Welcome to Loud Equals Funny, episode 45, take two.
Yes.
Yay!
Woo!
Yeah.
I think the Patreons know what happened last time. We got like what 3 hours in,
About two and
and
two
then
hours and 47 minutes exactly.
It was.
My bad.
it was our first big fuck up. It was both Bane and I forgot to
Yeah.
record what
I
needed to be recorded. So
I usually don't need it, so it's always nice to have it. But usually I'll record my track and then the Discord audio track, and usually that's
yeah,
good enough.
yeah.
With
Usually
rare
I record.
exceptions. Rare
Usually I
exceptions.
record into the void, and I just let it fucking disappear because we never need it. Because
Yeah,
Bane
whenever
records.
whenever the fully edited episode gets uploaded, I just delete my old ones.
Yeah.
Gabe is staring us down. We have special guest Gabe
Yes.
here.
Speaking
I
of,
tried to get a slightly better angle because before I was just sitting like this,
yeah.
basically.
Oblivion NPC, yeah.
What's
And
going
half
on
center
with you?
cam. And if I look at the screen, then it was like straight in the camera. So I was like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna tweak
You're
that a
good.
bit.
I feel so awkward on camera still. I used to be really good at it, and then I wasn't on
Yeah.
camera for like a whole fucking year, and now I'm just like, oh, I look like I'm a fucking autistic spaz over here, just stimming constantly.
Well, we're the Four White Men podcast, so it's
Hell
good.
yeah.
We all
Feels
look like
good.
autistic spazzes a little bit.
Yeah, like you kind of know what you're getting into visually now, on top of
Yeah,
audibly.
right.
Yeah.
So we got
Yeah.
quite a bit of the way into our podcast last time. We were talking about gaming news. We were talking about Microsoft being a shit. We
Yeah.
got into discussion
that.
of. We basically spent 2 hours.
We had some really good conversations there, I thought.
Yeah,
It was good,
Sadly,
yeah.
it's all gone now.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
I
But we
I
do
didn't know
know.
where you were going with that. You said Xbox was a shit. I thought you were gonna say something else. I didn't expect you to just move on.
Yeah, but just a
Xbox
shit.
was a shit. Microsoft
Yeah.
and Xbox are,
Yeah.
are being a shit, and we talked
Embarrassingly
about
shitty.
we talked about all that for like 2 hours, and then we started moving into the Kendrick and Drake stuff, and then
We were real into that, and then I look over and I notice it's like I checked earlier to make sure it was recording, and I saw it was still recording. I'm like, whew, good. Didn't check past that. That was a few hour point, but I look over and I see like the application audio capture, it hasn't even moved an inch, and I'm like, oh no, oh fuck. So.
Yeah.
Suddenly I'm like, and I'm still looking at it now, and it is capturing.
And then when you said like, "Okay, Claw, are you recording?" I was like, "Haha, no," and you thought I was joking.
I really did. I was like, this is the perfect time to own me. But it happens. I'm glad. I'm glad I noticed it and we didn't finish the episode, and then it's like
That would have been fucking awful. I would
Oh.
have died.
oh dude, I would have
Yeah.
ran in front of a fucking semi.
I would have passed away in that very moment. You would have seen me ragdoll.
Oh yeah. Instant Roblox oof. We would have paid Tommy Tallarico so much money. It would have been perfect.
Honestly, that would have been the worst part. Having to give Tommy Tallarico money.
Ugh.
Oh man, I remember when we did that whole deep dive one night, documenting all of the Tommy Tallarico stuff. It was Claw me. I don't remember who else. I think you were there.
Yeah, there was a few people. It was the Intellivision Amico,
It
Yeah.
was. That was the
thing.
big one. Yeah.
which I think came out. I think that.
Did it?
I will.
Yes.
I know some
Okay.
games are out for it.
I
Yeah,
know you
because
can download the
that's the
mobile
thing.
app.
physical copies of games for it, but like, I don't think the actual system did. Actually, come to think of it, it was a couple
You
years
can-
ago now.
I'm taking a
you can
look.
pre-order it.
Yeah.
Ah, well, you can pre-order today for your Tallarico
Now,
machine.
4 colors.
I think they've been selling pre-orders of this fucking thing for like 4 years. I think we talked about this before.
Yeah, it's been
I still wanna-
pre-orderable for a long time.
I still want to buy it. If they release this fucking thing, I'll buy it.
I know you
Oh,
will.
he's not
man.
the CEO anymore.
Yeah, he got
Oh.
he got taken off of it.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Wild. I mean, I guess eventually they had to get rid of him. I mean, like he brought their company back into relevance, I suppose. But it's one of those like
We
not
are
all publicity is good publicity.
I mean, we're talking about in television. That's more than most people have done in decades.
Yeah,
50 years or something. Sure. I
yeah.
think my mom had an Intellivision, or it might have been a ColecoVision. I'm not
That
sure.
that shit
I've
is
played-
currently
I've played one in television game in my life. That's it.
yeah. Original Intellivision is like in the realm of angry video game. You're a nerd. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Oh
then.
yeah.
It's a
It's-
shitload of fuck trademark.
pretty much. Yeah. It's like at this point, if you want anything, if you want those old kind of games, you can just emulate all of them.
Most of them that are good have been like remade or whatever too.
That too.
There's sequels.
Or they just
Uh,
come in massive fucking collections.
The one thing
Maybe
that
Atari VCS
Intellivision,
route?
that Amico thing had like a paddle controller, so you could play like Breakout, and that was like the only
Yeah.
thing it had
Yep,
going
yep.
for it. That was the only thing where I'm like, oh, that's interesting. But even then, you could just get a paddle controller, probably. I'm sure they
Yeah.
exist.
I'm trying to
I
figure
mean,
out.
yeah, or you can get like custom controllers made. Like I know a lot of people out there probably work on that stuff.
Yeah,
The
better
Atari
than an
VCS
entire
actually
stupid-
came out too, didn't it?
I think so.
Yeah,
That was another weird
I
scam
remember
jabroni
right.
console.
Yeah, apparently you can use it as a shitty PC too, and it works with Chrome OS also.
It was advertised as being a thing where you could like program your own fucking games or something.
Yeah, it's also got a really fucking ugly like 360 style controller. It looks bad. Atari VCS.
Yeah.
Don't buy it.
Fuck it. Actually, let me start pulling stuff up.
Oh shit.
We're getting into it.
I guess we kind of decided last time that I'm the Jamie of the group. I guess.
Oh yeah,
Kinda.
Jamie, pull it up.
Yeah.
All right.
We need you to pull them up. So yeah, we talked about a few things last time. I guess we're not going to. We've started a little bit with gaming stuff, but I think we wanted to do some of the other shit we didn't get into last time. This
Yeah.
time,
There was a lot of topics.
Yeah.
I had a quick one. I had a quick one that we can start off with
sure.
about the Chicago rat hole.
Oh
I don't know if
yeah.
you guys are
Not
familiar.
Rest in
familiar.
peace.
Uh,
Well,
I-
real quick,
there is-
I'm gonna go ahead and just show the VCS.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah.
Ooh. The
Yes.
Chicago rat hole, though. Oh
Uh,
god.
Yeah, look
Look
at
at-
this fucking controller. I hate the look of
That's
this.
that's a disgusting D-pad. That's a really skibbity
Yeah, I
D-pad.
hate that
D-pad
D-pad so
very
much.
clearly like.
Bane, as a
glossy
purveyor of the
plastic.
Ouya controller, would you enjoy this?
Yeah, I didn't have the Ouya controller.
Not that one. What was it? The
Stadia.
Stadia?
The Stadia, yeah. This one, I mean, I don't like the D-pad of a Stadia. Wow. Hey, guess what they even advertise on this? It's so out of date. They advertise Stadia.
Oh,
Oh,
PC mode. Ooh, it
Yeah.
can play fucking
Old
Morrowind
Twitch
at 20
logo.
FPS.
Plex on that is having Plex on that is something. Having
be
a
fair,
Plex
yeah.
application on something is actually kind of rare.
Why
That
don't they
actually
use
is
really
Plex
cool.
on PlayStation? Like
Is it?
It is.
Is it on PlayStation now? I don't remember it being on PlayStation.
Yeah, Plex is on PlayStation. I'm looking at it right here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I've got it on PlayStation.
Oh, you can
I
get
didn't
a
know that.
you can get a 420 gigabyte M2 drive with the Atari sticker on it for
Wow.
$70.
That's a lot of
That
money.
Doesn't seem like
That's
something.
a lot of
you
money for
need.
something that you can just get a bigger version of at fucking Newegg.
Yeah, it's like I could go buy one of those at Best Buy probably for the same price.
Look at this controller. Oh god.
You know, we need to start normalizing the word scam
Oh.
being used in a non-literal context because I'm
Oh
sure
my
that
God,
they're.
design.
I'm sure that
$60 for
they'll-
a controller that looks like you could snap it in half.
Yeah, like I'm sure you
Yep.
get the controller, but this is a scam. This is
Yeah.
a figurative scam. It's not literally a scam. I'm sure it's a real console, but this is such a scam.
I can't imagine like this would be a
Oh wow, it's
comfortably-
got
At least-
D-pad and ABXY function buttons.
At least it has fucking rumble, you know?
I mean, yeah.
To be fair,
but
nowadays for a cheap, well,
it's 60
for-
bucks.
for a
is
con-
it? Yeah, 60
yeah,
bucks.
that's not really a cheap controller.
No, that's not that
That's the
cheap.
same as an Xbox One or Series controller.
That's
like,
America dollars too. In Canada, that's what, like 80 or something.
Yeah.
it'd be
Yeah,
about
Basically
that,
the same cost as a DualSense or Joy-Cons or whatever.
About that, yeah. No,
Yeah.
I mean the worst part about
Figuratively,
the
a scam.
worst part about the Stadia controller. Also, real quick, go to the joystick one. The one
Yeah,
on the
the,
other
like,
page.
2600 controller. I've never seen
Yeah.
this thing.
I mean, I kind of
Start
like
button
the look
joystick.
of that.
I like
Button.
the
Okay, the
idea.
buttons look fine.
And then yeah,
$60
Oh, why is there
for
a
the
trigger?
shit?
Why
Well-
is there?
well, there is some games that probably could have like a turbo button down there, like you'd set up a turbo for it.
$60 for
Yes.
this though.
What's that weird slot? It looks like a
It looks
floppy
like
disk
a-
slot.
You know what they
Looks like a
needed to
USB-C.
make? They needed to have one of those, like, I think it was the 5200 that had the fucking phone on the controller. They needed one of those.
Yeah.
That would
No,
be cool to
Bane,
bring
I
back.
think you're right. I think that is like a USB-C charging port. It's just that because of the ringed design, like the layered design.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Kind of looks like shit.
That
Wow.
is rough.
I like how much
That's
it looks
a good
like
idea.
sort of a fake Toy Story game controller or something. Like, it doesn't look like a real controller.
USB. So
Oh,
do you?
I think this is the operating system.
I was gonna
This
say
is-
you have to buy the OS separately.
This
Yeah,
effortless
it
way to
comes with a
access.
custom Debian system.
This looks suspicious. Like, this looks like it's got some illicit shit on it. If you find this on a park, you, like, turn it into the authorities.
Yeah, this is usually like it's
I'm
got
not
tax
trusting an
documents
Atari
and
branded
shit.
USB stick.
No.
Got to be real.
That's not 1970s Atari. That's Blade
That's-
Runner Atari.
Yeah,
Like
it's modern Atari.
$400
do-
fucking dollars for this shit, and it's
It's
sold out.
ridiculous.
Insane.
That's a wood grain
the-
one.
I like the willingness to go wood grain. They want to
Yeah.
bring that back. I can admire that.
I wish
I do
more
kind
things
of
had the
think that's
wood
cool,
grain.
yeah.
But it looks like a fucking router. Not even a router. It looks like a modem that
It
you
liter-
get from your cable company.
Dude, it literally looks like my fucking my router over here.
Okay, sure.
It's like
I
it
mean,
just,
I guess-
it just needs a little antenna in the back to really just match.
People level that at like PS5 and everything too, but some of these, like the ridge design, I'm like, huh.
Yeah, and particularly the ridge design is where I could see that.
Yeah.
Does it come with wood controllers? That's a real thing. Like,
No.
It's not
it comes-
shown.
I don't even know if it even comes with controllers.
No, I don't think it does. You have to buy it separately. That's the
I mean,
console.
yeah, that's just a
Good
console.
stuff.
I think. Yeah. I would buy
And I
that.
don't
I would buy
think-
that
I think-
Atari hoodie. That's the only thing Atari wise I really want out of this fucking thing.
I
Box-
feel like
box
they did
contents.
offer.
Yes.
I feel like they did offer a bundle.
No.
Wow,
yeah,
yeah,
no
but
Game
no
system,
controller games.
vault, including
Imagine-
games, thousands of retro games.
Imagine
There's no fucking controller.
buying a Okay, here's the thing. It's probably just like a, you can probably plug in any controller. But
I
still
mean, I
buying
guess,
a
but,
console
like-
for $400 and not getting a controller with it, at least one.
Yeah, you should
Yeah.
at least get because how much was the PS4 at launch? It was $4.99.
It was $4.99.
I'm pretty
No.
sure, yeah.
Yeah, it was $4.99, and that comes with a controller.
Well, I think it was $4.99 Canadian, $3.90. It may have been.
I think it was $3 because the PS5 was technically $4.99 before tax.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it was $3.99, and that came with a controller.
I
This is
mean-
$3.99, and it doesn't come with a controller, which is weird.
It's so like go to the main page, like their main sales page. They sell a bundle with controllers because
I know they did. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, the all-in bundle. Yeah.
Why
it's-
is it cheaper?
What the what the
Oh,
fuck?
that's
it
the
comes with a
collector's
wood grain.
edition.
Wait, it comes with a
That
wood
one's
grain
because
too.
That was collector's
No, it-
edition.
No, it doesn't. Those are two different colors of the plastic on the front.
Oh well,
But you can get
Extra dollars for wood grain and no controller? What?
looks like it's still wood grain. I mean, it's at
It's
least
still-
See the photos.
similar color. It's like brown.
Yeah,
It's got a
I
bit
like-
of a grain on it.
I like
yeah,
the
I
white
see
color
it.
better than the other one. What's the ports?
Yeah.
What's the ports in the back? Okay,
Two
HDMI,
USB,
2
Okay,
Ethernet. I guess that's DC. huh?
Power.
Standard.
Yeah.
power. I was about to say a Kensington lock, but I'm like, no, that's a power port.
And I guess that's
Yeah.
the
Makes
power
me
button.
Think of like an SNES classic, but they're trying to like gussy it up like it's a bigger deal than it is.
I mean,
See, okay, for $2.99, that's not that bad.
yeah, and if you
That-
look, if you look
yeah.
at
That's
the,
actually not bad.
well, if you look at the specs and put it in PC mode, it actually isn't bad. Click
It
hardware.
functions as like an okay PC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got a Raven Ridge 2
Ridge
APU,
2.
which I
I
mean,
mean, I guess.
an APU, it's not great, but for $300, that's. I mean, you're getting basically
32 gigabyte internal storage though. That's a bit rough.
It's
Yeah,
rough.
that's a problem.
Yeah, it's plus
Yeah, never mind.
Although if
eMMC.
you're not running like a Windows 10 and it's not taking up like 100 gigabytes of useless fucking space.
You know, this would be perfect for like a bunch of old emulators and then shit like V Rising and like Stardew Valley and shit like that. This is a perfect console for that kind of stuff.
If your
I think.
PC isn't in the same room as your TV, which couldn't be me, this might be good for like streaming PC games to your TV.
This would be
I guess like you
this would be
put
great for
sideload Moonlight onto it.
like if you got kids or like you got a lot of family that comes over or grandma wants to maybe play some old Atari games. This
If
would
someone
be perfect.
breaks into your house and they have a deathly urge to play Missile Command, then
Which Ryzen though?
That's
You
it.
got
Yeah,
them covered.
because Ryzen can mean a lot.
Yeah, there's no. It's not clear enough at all. Actually, it can run Linux though.
I
hook in
mean,
the PS3.
yeah. I mean, this would be
and
good.
the PS3 is the highest selling console of all time or whatever. So clearly it worked out.
Is it?
Really?
That's tragic.
That can't be true.
It should. If so, it should be something else.
That's
It's
horrifying.
sorry. The PS2 is the highest selling, and then the
Yes.
PS3 is like the 5th or 6th.
I think it's up. I think that and the
That makes
360
sense.
are like tied for the same because they kind of evened out at the end.
Hmm.
I'm almost certain of that.
Either way, PS3 sold a lot.
Yeah. So we went on a big tangent there. Let's talk about rats.
Oh
Yeah, so
yeah.
the rat
With
hole.
rats.
Let me
Send me a link to an article about it.
Yes.
Oh,
I'll
sure,
put it
sure,
up
sure,
on
sure.
put it up on the screen.
He sent a picture. It looks
I
more of
did.
like a rat-shaped puddle.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, is that it became a puddle because it's a hole. and
Oh
it filled
god,
with
I forgot about
water.
the rat hole. Yeah,
this is
okay.
the-
So then people started visiting
thought
it
this was
to
something
like
different.
drop change like a wishing well into it.
Oh yeah, somebody put like a bunch of
Rest in
pills
peace.
and then
Someone just put straight up estrogen in there.
oh yeah. But yeah, no, it eventually got taken out and I think someone now owns
Rest
it.
in peace.
Yeah.
Like
But like
dug it out, like dug the shape.
like they dug the area of the concrete out, put new concrete in, and then gave it to somebody as like a memorial
So
prop.
did like a rat die in the fucking concrete or something?
We don't know.
It seems like that, and it seems like it had been there for a little bit, like probably about like 6 years or 7 years before people really found out about it and it blew up online. It's just, it's a cool designed rat hole, you know?
Designed is a
Yeah,
very
that's
fun
a-
word.
Design, it's kind of a design.
It's an
It looks like a
immaculate design from God.
Yeah.
What
They
is in
perfect
there?
it. This is when
It looks like
someone tried.
ice.
This is when someone tried filling it in. I think
Well, what is it though? It's like milk or smoke or something.
it looks like
Is it
Elmer
No, I think
estrogen?
that's
glue.
just.
It
I
just
think
looks
that's
like
just
ice
for
to
the
me.
photo shoot. I think that's like. Oh wait, no, it might be.
No, I
Because it
think
drips
this is
down
like.
the.
I think
It
this is
drips
glue.
down the side. I think it's
Yeah.
glue. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Cool.
I
I
just
like the
I
idea of
found out
turning, just filling it with fucking glue so it becomes like a trap someone steps on. They're like, oh, I got caught by the rat hole. Oh,
Stuck inside the rat hole.
The
No.
true rat trap.
another victim of the rat hole.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
But yeah, people put together like an altar for it in its memory. It's one of those things that I just somehow completely missed. And I found out about it and I was like,
Yeah, I saw it when it was up, and it like left my brain.
In memory of Chimley.
What happened
cat.
to Chimley?
I guess the cat died. Is that a Joker? There's a Joker
Wait, where?
on the right.
Wait,
There's like
Oh
a card.
shit! Oh shit! What
shit.
up,
oh my god,
Joker?
there is.
The Gibler.
I didn't even notice that.
Is that a fucking $20 gift certificate to what now?
Yo, I want to
Uh,
hit up this rat hole. There's some bargains here.
Good question.
Sandwich and burrito club that has like 6 stamps on it.
Oh hell yeah.
There's like
That's-
a half-filled water bottle there. You know.
Oh yeah.
Rubber duck, I think.
No, that's a plush, like a plush duck, like
Yeah,
a
those-
stuffed animal.
Plush duck.
Those are nicotine cartridges.
Yeah, fucking some
Wow.
Zins, and then
think that's a rubber
Jesus
duck.
candle. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a rubber duck. Yeah, there's another one here too. You can barely see him.
Funny that there's a bunch of ducks, but there's no rat stuff. There's like no
Yeah.
rat merch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Where is
I think
the
that's the
rat?
bottle of estrogen right there.
Did someone really do that?
Well, someone actually threw estrogen pills at one point. I don't know if that's a bottle of estrogen, but somebody did
I
throw
see.
estrogen pills in one photo.
That seems like a waste of good estrogen pills. I don't know
It
why
really
you do that.
does.
Yeah.
I don't know how much estrogen
I think it's just a
cost,
meme.
but
Oh.
I think someone probably just picked it up after the fact.
also noticed that
Took it back.
and didn't know this before. Apparently, estrogen pills and fucking like boner pills are the same. Because I thought that I thought Viagra was the fucking thing they threw in at first, but no. Apparently, it's estrogen.
You have such a long and running history with pills relating to.
Yeah, what is it with you and penis pills?
Hey, it's a funny.
Somebody's gonna
it's a funny
sponsor
go-to.
us eventually.
Yeah, eventually this podcast will be brought to you by Blue Chew, and hey,
Maybe censor that just in case.
Yeah.
no, I
We
mean,
don't need
No free advertisement. Fuck you, censored
No free
company name.
advertisement. That's
I
right.
I can read the plaque to you if you'd like.
Oh, yeah?
Oh.
Because there is a plaque in honor of the rat hole. It says, many, many years ago, on this very spot, a lasting impression was made. To some, a hole. To others, a metaphor for life in the concrete jungle we call home. To some, a rat. To others, a squirrel. To all, may it be a testament to the curious dance between chance and the enduring random imprints of nature. This plaque is dedicated to the, quote, Chicago rat hole, or what's more likely, Chicago squirrel hole, paid for by the Riot Fest Historical Society, and it's labeled Chicago rat hole with like a silhouette of the rat hole honoring it.
that's pretty good.
It's very
mean,
good.
I usually don't sit around to read those plaques on things, but I think I would for this one. When I see the rat hole,
Yeah,
you know, you
if I see something called rat hole,
yeah,
I'm going there.
It's
I don't care what it
It's like
is. I don't care if
it's like
it's
a bar,
the
you know.
shittiest dive bar in town that
Yeah.
you will get beaten like the second you enter. I don't care. I'm going.
Whatever.
It's like the plaques in Toronto that document how different workers died horrific deaths on the clock.
Well, that's fun.
Oh shit!
Cool.
Like,
real
no,
fun.
No,
Real
like,
nice.
That's actually
it's
that's
grim.
actually dope.
That actually does sound like
It's
really
grim,
interesting. It's
but
just very
it's
morbid.
really
morbid.
surreal to just be walking by the train station and you see these like big blocks of concrete that are like benches to sit on, and then you read the plaques and it literally says like Herman Melville 1960 fell in vat of juice in juice factory or something. Like it's
Damn.
really weird. They just have it set up there.
You know, that's
pretty good.
cooler than like
It's really bizarre.
that's way
I
better
haven't
than
seen
like
one of those.
there's so many shit around here based on like Confederate soldiers, even up here in fucking Indiana. And it's like I'd rather, have like my school's named after people who got sucked into like a train and ripped apart. Like
That's
I'd actually
so
rather have
weird.
that.
I don't-
I remember
That would be a good place to get your name. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you name
I
your
live-
kid
That
after
gets me is,
Dovahkiin or
like-
something, but that's a better.
Yeah.
the one that gets me is one of them is like explosion in soda factory. Like these sound made up, but like this is the kind of thing that's written on them. So in a way, it just becomes really funny.
Do you ever
'Cause
watch?
you're walking past and you're just like, what was happening?
I love how like Toronto's placards are based on Final Destination accidents.
Yeah, and ours are just back in the day, General B.G. Williams fought so we could have slaves.
He lost, but you know what? We're gonna name our.
It's about the spirit of it, you know?
Yeah,
It's
where our
not about
dumbest kids are gonna
racism.
come out.
It's just about the good old days before blacks.
Yeah.
Well, and
Anyhow.
it gets a little bit funnier because you're seeing all of these like nitro gas explosion or whatever, but then there's
Yeah.
just like 40 that are like asbestos,
Jeez.
and you're just like,
It's like, oh, you got
And
the
you just think
long-term death. You got to see your
You
plaque
got-
get made.
you got the.
Oh dear.
There's a reason we don't do this anymore. Death,
Yeah. Which
like
hey,
who's the superhero? Asbestos Man.
Oh God, Paste Pot Pete or whatever.
Asbestos man dying a slow death of mesothelioma.
There's
Yeah.
recipes
Like,
from
that is
Julia
a real Marvel
Child.
character, by the way.
Yeah. Julia Child had a famous cooking book back in the day that had recipes for, I forget what it was, but it was like asbestos bread or something. It was asbestos and then some food was the name of the recipe. It was like asbestos beef.
Huh.
Very good.
You know, I'm sure a bunch of people have some beef with asbestos right now. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, well, we got a lot of beef on this episode. Hopefully
Oh, yeah.
asbestos doesn't come knocking. I don't want any
That's
trouble with that.
true. We could talk about the beef next.
Yeah.
If we
Oh.
want.
Okay.
Well,
Technically, there's a couple beef topics.
is there
because
other beef?
Warner beefed with that guy who made the Gollum fan film.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
God, yeah.
I didn't even hear about any of this.
Well, we should talk
You guys,
about.
have you
okay.
at least heard about Lord of Ring Gollum movie edition?
No, I only know about the Lord of Ring Gollum game edition.
Yeah, they're making the movie.
So
And it's
yeah,
fan
they're making
movie?
a Gollum movie.
They're
No,
making
no,
they're making
an
a Gollum
actual
movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gollum
they.
movie.
The film
Ah.
is titled "The Hunt for Gollum."
Uh,
Yeah, that's where we
why are
start
they
to-
doing this?
money.
Because they want to money. You have to remember,
Yeah.
not long ago, David Zaslav said like Warner Brothers isn't doing enough with its properties like Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. He said that. He specifically said that.
Isn't this the same guy who acts the completed fucking movie?
Several.
Well, he's done it to several.
Yes. This man doesn't
Um,
like art.
We're
This
still
man is
hoping for some kind of secretive release of fucking what is it? Coyote versus Acme or whatever.
Oh,
That's-
yeah, Coyote versus Acme.
That's probably
Yeah.
never
Yeah,
gonna
at the
happen,
very
though.
least, I feel like someone's going to just remake it.
I mean,
Well, we know
I
that
don't
there
know.
is a cut of it. We know that there is like a cut of it that people have because they've threatened to release it a couple times. If it doesn't get released, so we'll see what happens. That could all be fake as well. Who knows?
Yeah, I hope it gets leaked. Yeah, I want to fucking see that
But
movie.
what happened was they announced this movie called Lord of the Rings: Hunt for Gollum. But there's already a pre-existing fan film called The Hunt for Gollum from 2009.
Yeah, because it's like based
So-
on an actual thing that happens in the books. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
They essentially cut it for an interlude segment, which, given the length of those films, understandable.
Yeah.
Which part is it exactly? Is it like
It's
the-
when Sauron is trying to find Gollum because he knows where the ring is. He used to have the ring,
Yeah.
and Gollum,
I don't-
like if you remember the very first movie, it's when you like there's a fucking hand coming out of a pot and he's like share Baggins.
I vaguely. I mean, I don't remember any extended part like that in the book, but I guess it's probably one of those things where it's like a 1 or 2 page thing that they're turning
Yeah.
into a whole film.
Oh, wait. No. The Hunt for Gollum is the bit it's after. Oh my god, when is it? Is that it? Because I could have sworn it was Gandalf and Aragorn who were hunting for him.
Yeah, they were hunting too. It's just Sauron got to him first.
Right. Because I was like, is there a second Gollum hunt that I'm forgetting?
They're making
Yeah,
a whole
that would
movie
be-
about.
Speaking of which, I haven't read the books, so I could be wrong. I just remember this because I've watched like some fucking Lord of the Rings lore videos at one point.
Understandable. But what happened was there's this pre-existing fan film, and yeah, I don't know why they're making this movie, Claw. I don't. It's like they clearly just need to use Gollum because he's Gollum. People will see Gollum and go, ooh, Gollum, which
Yeah.
works so well for the game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It probably did for the first day, but
the moment they announced it, they also struck the Hunt for Gollum fan film from 2009 on YouTube. It got copyright struck.
yeah, it was a pretty popular fan film.
Let me
Uh,
see if I can get a.
It seems as though it was like an automatic thing where after they added it to like their lineup of things, maybe their content detection system just went Hunt for Gollum bad.
Yeah, probably saw the
Maybe?
amount of time. Maybe
Yeah.
instantly thought it was a re-upload of like a screen recording. Because that's how they'll do that. They'll look at time length and title and then
Exactly.
go from there.
Yeah. It
So
has an
Warner
IMDb
Brothers
page.
Warner Brothers did
The fan
undo.
film.
Yep.
Yes.
like they undid it, they unstruck it, but to immediately start your marketing for a film that people are already like, why is this a thing, with striking a pretty beloved, like it had like 13 million views or something, fan film, is not a good look, and it
Bro.
immediately caused a lot of like
Yeah, that face
Diet
still.
Coke
It
ass
sure
Orlando
looks like
Bloom.
it looks like a
Bloom.
fan film, but you know, hey.
I mean, hey,
But, like,
fan film from
yeah.
'09 getting all this, it does look pretty
from
decent.
'09.
Yeah.
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 I mean, hey,
Like,
respect though. That's a good. That's a good looking. Some of that makeup looks pretty good.
no, like if you actually look at the fan film, it's pretty well made. Like,
God
Oh,
damn.
fuck.
Yeah,
Okay, holy
that's just
shit.
straight up a good orc costume. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean
Look at
the shame of it for Warner Brothers is if they're not able to, and it's very likely now after we've seen Rings of Power and Gollum, we know they're not exactly bringing their fucking A game.
Rings of Power
If
feels like
they-
a different production agency.
Well, yeah, I guess, but it's like whatever
Yeah, but
new
it's still-
Lord of the Rings shit, and it's like
wait, no,
it's-
because they're setting up an entire Lord of the Rings hub for all of their Lord of the Rings productions. That's why they're moving it.
Oh, good,
Oh,
they've got a ghost
okay.
core for Lord of the Rings. That's cool.
So
Lord of the
I
Rings
thought-
production hub. Let me find it.
So
I was
thought
just gonna
Rings
say
of
it's
Power
entirely
was-
possible that this fan film might still wind up being better than the official Hunt for Gollum movie that comes out.
Oh
Probably.
yeah, it's entirely possible. Andy Serkis is directing it.
Is he a known director? I mean, I know he's
His
Gollum. but-
most recent film that he directed was
It was Mowgli, right?
no, it was Venom 2.
Kristen,
Oh,
is
yeah,
that like
really?
your new? Is that going to be like your new
Yes.
profile picture? That's a new good Goblin man.
That he looks like
I
Paul
don't know,
Giamatti.
maybe.
Just a
It
little
does
bit.
look like Paul Giamatti.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can see it. It's like the
It's the
Rhino.
I'm glad that they got him for this film.
Someone is now mowing their lawn outside at 5 p.m.
Nice.
Unfortunate
Hey.
skill issue.
I hope you can't hear that.
Oh,
But
you're
yeah,
good.
like it's this whole thing where everyone was just like, "Wow, good job immediately sucking all the wind out of the sails of your film you just announced." You know.
Yeah. Which
Yeah.
like
And not only that, they also put out the trailer for the new season of Rings of Power with
Oh,
some character posters, and
yeah.
Can
they
we see
showed
the
off
character
Sauron.
posters? Oh hell yeah!
Oh boy, I got to see that.
Human
Yeah.
Sauron.
I'll send the poster here.
Well, who was it in the last season? It was Mordeth or whatever. It was Morgoth, I think, right?
No, Morgoth.
Yeah,
I think Morgoth is
it
a
was
place.
Sauron pretending to be a dude named Halbrand.
Right. Okay, so this isn't
he's
him
like
then.
a-
This is a
Because
different
he's like a
Sauron.
trickster, right? He can. No.
It's okay.
I really like how firm that no was. Oh god, what the
There
fuck?
you go. So
Who is this asshole?
basically, that is Sauron. That's the guy.
Oh, come on,
I
man.
need to explain this properly. So that guy is.
Why does he have
had
a bigger
as
forehead
Sauron.
than me? Go look at that fucking forehead. Look at that. That's a worse hairline than me. Come on now. What are you doing there, sir?
So
I now
So
went to your
that's
I don't
screen
see
it.
fully.
I don't see
that's
it.
the guy who played Sauron. But the whole point of the first season is that he was putting on like a performance. He was pretending to be another dude named Halbrand.
This is the same
But the thing
actor?
about it is, I'm pretty sure this is a different actor. I can't tell if this is meant to be the same
I
actor
think it's
or
a different
guy.
actor. It looks very different. I mean, this looks like an elf. That guy would look like more of a human. He was like a man.
Because I've seen articles say Charlie Vickers as Sauron, but this doesn't look like him. He's the guy who played Halbrand in the last season. That's why I'm confused. But basically, all they've done here is I think they've taken one of the two actors who played him last season and put a long blonde wig on him. And now he's Sauron properly.
It's gonna be like Hollywood
Yeah.
Cop. I can't wait. Or Samurai Cop.
Yeah.
Samurai. Hollywood Cop. Where did Hollywood Cop come from?
That was the one where the guy cut his hair, and so to finish the reshoots, they had to get him like a fucking cheap dollar store wig.
Yep.
So he just looks like he's got a mop on his fucking head. That's what this is. This is. I'm looking forward to it. Season 2 is gonna be great.
Because this was Sauron in season 1.
Yeah.
Give me a moment.
That's
I'll
Sauron.
put it up.
Wait, that was. Oh wait, I thought Sauron was the. Oh yeah, it was Eminem. I remember Eminem.
Yo, my name is Eddie, and I like spaghetti.
Yo.
Yes.
I remember people talking about Eminem. Yeah.
And then this was
I
the
dig the
guy
staff.
who. This is who Halbrand. This is who he was as Halbrand.
Yeah, he looks like
Doesn't
some
really look like him,
Aragorn
yeah.
motherfucker.
You know, he looks.
Fact,
He
actually.
looks like what's his name? The dude from Limitless.
Bradley Cooper.
Bradley
Remember,
Cooper. He kinda looks
piracy isn't a
Bradley
crime.
Cooper.
I have a piracy site in my frequently visited, so
Don't worry about that.
No,
Understandable.
he did be an elf here. I mean, I think that makes sense, but
It's definitely not that guy. It's definitely like the other guy.
yeah.
Eminem.
I'm very confused. As someone who's read the books and watched the movies, I'm over here like, why are there 3 Saurons? Because there's Eminem, there's Matt Smith with funny ears, and then
He
there's
does look like Matt Smith. Yeah.
and then there's the human, this guy. I don't
He
know
looks-
why there's 3 of them.
he looks like if Matt
Yeah.
Smith took a bit off of his chin and added it to his forehead.
He looks like Matt Smith from the Game of Thrones prequel where he's on as an elf
Yeah.
guy. That's what I'm thinking of.
I still
It
haven't
doesn't even
watched House of a Dragon, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Apparently it's quite
I-
good.
I've heard it's good.
I think that is the other guy.
I don't know, man. This
Very
what I know is
okay,
it's gonna be bad. I'm looking forward to it.
The fact that I can't tell what's happening here is very funny because it's just a casting. Like,
Yeah.
why is it confusing to look at? Is it a different actor?
These people all have weird, fucked up faces too. It's
It's like they mixed together the 2 actors and gave them like ears. I don't know, man.
Shit.
But Rings of
Yeah, 'cause,
Power
like-
show gonna be bad. There's a new movie gonna be bad. Probably. I mean, I know nothing about it, but like, I'm betting
mean,
now. I'm
I'm
open to it being
interested.
good.
I'm interested.
You know,
I want to
Aren't
go
they
see
making
Video
like
Mad Max.
aren't they making like an animated Lord of the Rings movie? Isn't that happening?
I think they still are.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
they're still doing it.
I think
There's
it's
like
still-
I think it's even an anime specifically. like a
Honestly, they should
Japanese-
just like balls up and finish the animated adaptation that they tried last time.
I mean,
Yeah,
it
they
would be
should.
cool. They'd never do
What
it
was
with the same
episode?
style, though. It would be like X-Men '97 or something.
I mean, X-Men
X-Men
97.
97 at least looks good.
Yeah, it's
It doesn't look
close.
the same as the show, but it looks good from what I've seen.
yeah,
Apparently it's a good show as well.
I've heard good things.
It is good, yeah.
My dad likes it, and he watched the show when the original one was airing. So it's like, all right,
We're just stuck on this guy's smoldering look. I'm gonna click
this
away
guy's
from
this guy's
now.
going to a thumbnail probably.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's a good face.
Oh,
You just
yeah.
need to have just the eyes and like eyebrows.
Yeah, just
Have them
for-
somewhere.
It's like that
well,
shot of
forehead.
Capaldi from the 50th anniversary special.
I mean, I will say, for a guy playing Sauron, he doesn't really have intense enough eyes. I mean, we're
Yeah.
looking at the eyes, but he needs to look more intense for a guy whose notable trait is being a giant fucking eyeball. You'd think that he'd have like
Yeah.
a little bit more of an eye thing.
You need to do with bulging eyes.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
needs to look like that one Dark Souls enemy that gives you curse.
Oh, that fucker.
Can we
yeah.
edit Steve Buscemi's eyes onto his eyes?
Well, see, I'm doing
Oh.
it. I'm doing it now, and I think I'm just gonna have it be just like his eyes, just being present in the background.
we should talk about Steve Buscemi recently. Somebody ran up and punched him in New York
Yeah.
City.
Why was
yeah.
that?
Oh, did it
Yeah.
fix his face finally?
Oh, you're going to hell for that one.
Oh, why
No,
did they punch him?
nobody knows why, and apparently he's doing fine. But some dude ran up and just
Did he
punched-
scream anything while he did it, I
I don't know. I don't know why you'd punch Steve Buscemi of all people. There's so There's so many worse people in New York City you could just run up and hit in the fucking face.
It must be like a personal
Yeah.
thing.
I don't know how. It's the same thing with him and a couple of years ago. What's his name? Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I'm drawing a blank.
Rick Moranis?
Yeah,
Moranis?
somebody ran up and punched Rick Moranis.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Slim
remember
Fish
that.
Yeah. That was
I
in like
remember that, yeah.
2021, 2022. It's
I
like
thought Rick Moranis was dead.
I-
He's alive.
he's still
What?
alive.
No.
He kind of, after his wife died.
Why would anyone want to punch this face?
uh,
Famous
Rick
actor
Moranis-
Steve Buscemi. That's him.
hell yeah.
Rick Moranis just stepped back from acting to
Yeah,
take care
yeah.
of his kids after his wife died.
Yeah, his
Oh, that
wife
makes
died
sense.
in like 90, 97, 98, and he just was like,
I think it was earlier than that. It was like just after Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, so it would have had to be like 91-ish.
Well, because he still did
92.
the second movie. And I think that was...
That's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
so
I
thought it
actually
was a
saw
little
a
bit
trailer.
after.
I saw a trailer for that second movie that came direct to video before I watched Hercules,
Oh,
and
shit.
it was on a so I've got a TV. It's out of frame there, but it's like a little CRT thing. You know, it's like a combination VHS
Oh, yeah.
TV, and it's like tiny. But I'm watching this thing and I'm like, wow, I can immediately tell how bad the effects are in this movie. If they made like a
Yep.
Blu-ray version of what is it even called? Like Honey, I
It's-
Shrunk the Kids Again or something.
Or,
Honey,
It's
We Shrunk
I Blew Up the
Ourselves.
Kid.
yeah, that's the one.
Okay. Yeah,
It's
if there's
Honey, I
like
Shrunk the Kid, Honey, I Blew Up the Kid, Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves,
oh
and then
god,
Shrunk.
there's
Yeah.
like so many. I didn't realize there were so many.
Well, Shrunk is the new
The
one
Shrunk
that Rick
Expanded
Moranis is returning
Universe.
for.
Oh god. Yeah, no, I mean watch the direct to DVD one on Disney Plus. It probably looks fucking great, I imagine. What is
Found an
that?
SD card.
Honey, I,
Oh,
the
Honey,
fucking
I
SD
Blew Up the
card.
Kid stars Carrie Russell.
here's a
What?
micro SD card.
Oh, shit.
There you go.
Here's
don't have any
what
other- I don't have any
Magical's
other
funny
SD
stored
cards.
on half the time. Flash.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's my entire
Wow.
career right there.
Yeah,
I mean,
this-
Hey, you
Bane,
bought
you know what
that
I
from
always
Atari.
forget?
Nice.
what's that?
You know what I always forget, Bane?
What's that?
Stuart Gordon and Brian Usna wrote Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
That totally fucking, like, that totally checks out. That makes sense.
I like
Completely,
it's a thing I
though.
know, but I always forget it because I think they stuck for like the entire series as like people who were brought in as consultants, which
But,
is really
like,
funny.
That idea makes so much sense from them, but like that being a like not even probably a PG-13, probably a fucking PG movie from
Yeah.
Stuart Gordon and Brian Usna is absurd.
For context, Brian Usna is the producer, director, and writer who worked with Stuart Gordon, who made Reanimator, From Beyond,
Yeah,
you know, really
Which-
iconic horror
I knew
films.
I knew Stuart Gordon from a lot of different horror films. He did wasn't he? Was he the one that worked on The Walking Dead season 1? Was that him?
I think he did work on it.
No,
That wasn't him.
I thought he
that was Frank Darabont.
Well, no,
I'm
Frank
not
Darabont
sure.
worked on it, but I think
Right, that's who I'm thinking of. Right? Yeah. No.
I know he
yeah,
produced a
that's
TV
Reanimator
series.
guy.
That's why I'm confused. I know Stuart Gordon worked on a TV series recently.
Oh.
I'm taking
Yeah,
a
Stuart
look.
Gordon's been dead since 2020.
I'm
Bane.
well. I meant recently, as in like you know what I mean. It was
Oh,
Fear
I get what you
itself.
mean.
Okay, Fear itself.
But yeah, it's very funny to
was
think
before
that those
releasing.
two brought us the iconic film Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah, that's fucking
Yeah.
wild.
I always like those people who are. Who's the one?
But one of the
Who's
movies.
the-
Yeah.
The famous Japanese director. I think it's Takashi Miike, who's done like family-friendly kids films and
Yep.
also
Yep.
has done like horrific horror crime. Did he do Ichi the Killer? I think
Yep.
he was Ichi
Yeah.
the Killer. Yeah, he
Visitor
did one of the
2.
one of the most fucked up movies you can watch. Ichi the Killer. Well, not really,
well-
but one of the most fucked up good movies you
pretty-
can watch.
I thought
Well,
about for our podcast doing Visitor Q. I think
I'm not
Gabe
familiar
knows.
with that one.
We should.
We could do Visitor Q. Yeah. Well, the fun thing about Takashi Miike is that like he's done so many films that when you actually look at what he's done, it makes you stop and go, "Wait, really?" Because not only has he done obviously the live action Yakuza film,
Yes.
and Ichi the Killer, and Audition, and Blade of the Immortals adaptation, which is
Yeah.
fantastic, and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 4, Part 1, which never got a Part 2.
Yeah, fucking
and Ace
tragic.
Attorney, and all sorts of movies. You just go, wow, he really is like the guy.
By the
Yeah,
way,
no, he's got all sorts of shit going on.
I'll recommend. He did a film, Imprint. I'll recommend that for anyone
Imprint
else.
is cool.
Yeah, if
Imprint
you've never
is
seen
a very
Imprint,
cool
check
film.
that out. Also, yeah,
Watch JoJo Part 4, Part 1 if you want to watch a movie that'll make you go, this is kind of cool, I guess.
also Audition. Watch Audition.
Classic.
Watch Adaptation.
That too.
Oh, that's true. Also watch Adaptation. Very different from Audition.
Watch.
Watch those as a double feature. Totally.
Don't do that.
No.
Watch Kung Fu Hustle. Fuck you.
Fuck yeah. Yes, watch
Watch
Kung
Kung
Fu
Fu
Hustle.
Hustle, yeah.
It's a good. Genuinely, it's a good movie.
I'm trying to.
Uh,
I'm trying to pull out something here, but I could
watch
recommend.
Parasite.
We did a whole
Wow, that's
thing.
not coming
You
through.
barely
It's not
can't
working.
fucking see it, but
No.
Oh, you can
Oh,
see
there
it.
you go.
Watch Parasite.
Watch
yeah.
Parasite.
Watch.
We did a whole show and tell thing last time, people, when the episode
Watch Initial
got...
D.
That too.
When the episode
It's a
got
car.
swallowed up. Watch
Fuck
Teen
it.
Titans from 2004 or
Yeah.
whatever. I have both Robin, okay, and Tara. They're both here. Hello.
Yeah.
You should watch
You heard
old
it here
silent
first.
movies.
Tell
You
you what.
should. You should.
Carl
Most of them are
Marx,
free
what are
to
you
read.
doing here?
Hey, redistribute the means of my ass.
Thank you, Groucho Marx.
Most of those classic films are free to watch on YouTube in
Oh, yes.
really good print, super
Yeah.
good quality. Watch them; they're good. And you heard it here first, folks. Claw said, "Go watch Teen Titans Go to the Movies."
That's exactly what
that
I
one's
said, yeah.
that one has a great gag in
Teen
it. So actually,
Titans,
yes.
go to the polls.
There is such a
On our-
great gag in that fucking movie that, you know what, I respect him for it.
All jokes aside, that movie is not that bad. There's some really good gags in it.
Well, I would assume that the movie version of Teen Titans Go would be a little better than the slop that they put on TV. So it
Yeah.
would
The
be-
movie version is self-aware. The movie
Give it
version
like
Yeah.
18 reruns
like-
in the course of a
like-
day.
we
like,
hate
it
ourselves.
knows.
We
It knows we're here.
I mean, I've seen clips from the show that are good too, but I assume
Shut
a
up.
lot of it is just loud and annoying.
Most of it is.
Well, that means that
yeah.
it's funny.
That's
Yes.
true. That is
Yeah.
true. We
We're
have to
the
go. We
perfect
have to go with that.
Bullshit for that.
By the way,
the film also gives us Will Arnett Deathstroke, which is very fun.
it's pretty good.
Sounds
role.
good. Yeah.
Nice.
What do you got there?
This is something that I'm going to recommend. When we do a Halloween special on the movies podcast, Phantasm. My thing is mirrored, so it's not
Oh.
showing up correctly.
No, we see it.
No,
well,
no,
actually,
no,
it'll
we
be
see it.
yeah.
It's
the
mirrored for
others.
me, so
Yeah.
not gonna look on camera. But yeah, Phantasm.
Phantasm 1 and 2. Yeah. I
Honestly,
think
all the
I've heard of
movies-
those.
haven't seen.
All the movies are good. But the last one's it's got bad CGI, but it also is made for like $1 million. So
Who doesn't
I
like
know
a bad
of it, but I've never
CGI?
seen it.
I,
I
I,
watch this. Yeah.
I love all those movies, and like Bubba Hotep. That guy did Bubba Hotep as well. That movie's a fucking classic.
Yeah, but Bubba Hotep isn't,
It's dumb classic.
it's not.
It's dumb fun.
Doesn't sound
It's
like
Bubba
a.
Hotep.
Yeah,
I-
exactly.
Sounds like that name is a little questionable, but all right.
This might be
Are
my
you- are you
grandma's boy
unfamiliar?
moment.
No, I'm not familiar. No.
It's a movie where Bruce Campbell, in an alternate history, plays an aged Elvis Presley, who wakes up one day in a nursing home, before a bunch of the old people start dying, and they discover that it's happening because an Egyptian mummy is killing them.
It's a good time.
Okay, that sounds less racist than I thought it would be, but it does sound it could be a little racist.
It's a fun time.
Bruce Campbell Elvis is very fun.
Well, Bruce Campbell, yeah.
Oh yeah,
gotta give it
and
to
he's
him.
given it his all. They wanted to make a sequel for a very long time. It never happened.
No, I feel like he's
Bubba
mostly
Ho-
done with.
Bubba Ho-Toop. There you go.
I feel like
Nice.
now he seems to just kind of do like smaller roles a little bit and just have a good time.
Oh yeah, hey, I mean he's like if you've read anything about how he lives in like a desert home with his wife, and there's like an underground part to it. They seem to be very happy. And it's like, you know
Oh,
what?
yeah.
I want that kind of life too. I respect it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bruce Campbell's a fucking goat.
Yeah, Bruce Campbell's dope. Damn.
So speaking of the goat,
Yes.
Yes, speaking of the goat, I guess should we summarize?
last time I was
Drake-
able to segue in with speaking of the other vaginal option, but I guess instead of referring to Drake, we'll refer to Kendrick. Sure.
Yeah,
Uh,
we'll make it fitting. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a lot of shit that's been happening, and I know Gabe, I've been following it too. Bane's been following, but Gabe, you're Music Johnson. So regale us with the tales of Kendrick and
Johnson.
Drake. Yes.
It was my nickname in high school, actually.
Oh.
So the Kendrick Drake situation is, the best way we summarized it last time was by going back to Like That, which is a song he did with Future, responding to comments that J. Cole made about, it was him, Kendrick, and Drake being the big three, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And in that song, he says, no, it's just me, and he's kind of doing that standard, hip hop, bravioso,
Well, I was saying
puffing out his chest.
last time that I watched a video that talked about the entire history of Kendrick and Drake and how like half of the video was just fucking boring because it was the first the last 10 years or whatever, and it was just standard like whatever Drake is fighting with Meek Mill or
Meek Mill,
something
yeah.
like rando, I don't know, just standard rap beef stuff that's not that interesting. And then all of a sudden in the last couple of weeks it actually, it's well, I guess it started a few months ago, but it really, escalated.
Yeah. And it's kind of gone further and further. We talked last time about how the big tipping point seems to be when Drake talked about Kendrick's family, and Kendrick was like, eh. And then he even addresses this was just meant to be for fun, some fun hip hop beef, and he kind of made it too personal.
Well, it's funny. I actually
And then
listened to the story of Addy Dawn by Pusha T a little before we started the podcast, and that was also the problem there. Apparently, was that it was like this was just supposed to be a little fun beef, and then Drake took it too far, and then it's like, you know what? Fuck you. You're hiding a child. Eat shit. Fuck you.
Yeah, it's kind of like the tradition at this point.
Funnily enough, he's
Um,
hiding a child in the best possible way you could be hiding a child.
Well, yeah, I guess. There's
Which,
not a lot of good ways
given his
to do it.
history.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that. We'll get into that.
yeah.
So what is it? It was Like That, and then what? Drake did like 2 songs after that,
He
right?
did push-ups and the tailor-made freestyle. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, aside from how I feel about Drake being generally untalented, I guess Push-Ups was like okay. Tailor Made was the one that was notably bad though, because it had like AI Tupac on it and AI Snoop Dogg.
And yeah, that escalated things instantly.
Yeah, which first off, you could probably just call Snoop Dogg and throw like $3,000 on a track. He'll show up.
I mean, Snoop Dogg probably wouldn't have fucking done it because maybe he would.
Probably
Snoop Dogg, but he's he is a big whore, but he's West Coast and all that, and he's previously said that he likes Kendrick a lot. So
true, but it's also I'm almost certain you could have thrown a dollar amount at him at least, and maybe something could have happened. It feels a little disrespectful on top of everything else,
Yeah, throw him a bunch of drugs. Oh, he'll probably do it.
Oh yeah, fuck! Sign a collab with him from a new weed company. He'll show up there.
Sign him up for a new smoke oven or whatever the fuck that was.
Yeah.
Sign him up to be a guest on Loud Equals Funny.
Yay!
Honestly, I would in a heartbeat if we could ever get Snoop. That's a dream.
Yeah, that would be fucking nice.
Okay, yeah, that is fair. Yeah. I would ask him about his thoughts on the way that his Canadian cannabis products are sold, but
I mean, if you want to throw some shade,
he has his dog brand blunts.
Yeah,
and they're really bad. They're They're meant to be
Oh,
half-gram
shit.
blunts, but I'm not kidding you. They're like that big.
Oh,
Like,
fuck.
and half of it is filter, and it's
Holy
like
shit.
$40, and I
bad.
find it so infuriating.
I'll show you.
That's insane.
Tell you what, since we're currently not sponsored by any weed advertising products, just not naming names currently, but so I've got some here. This is a brand called Flying Monkey.
Oh. Those will give you some pretty sweet dreams.
Yes, some very sweet, yeah, as comfortable as possible dreams. you know?
They're
Yeah.
and they
Yes.
don't go a little bit beyond that.
Yeah,
Just sweet.
Yeah.
they don't send you weird text messages sometimes out of the blue. Yeah, that's totally not throwing shade here.
Oh, I can't wait until we just like out.
So
Full
I didn't
on
even
out,
know
just
about
talk
that.
this shit.
yeah, I'll describe that to you.
I don't even.
That's the size of this is
That's a very standard like.
Yes.
That's
This
a
is
half
one-
gram.
this is a
Yeah.
1 gram is what it says. So
Oh, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
it's
That's a 1 gram?
it's what it
It's
says.
a
Yeah,
bit
it's a
small
little
actually for
small.
1 gram. The ones
Yeah.
that we got from a company which will remain unnamed were about that size for a half gram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
it is a little
it's
But,
probably a
small,
lot
too.
denser.
Honestly though, for being the knockoff weed you can get here, the HHC Delta 8 shit,
Yeah.
it's actually not bad. Yeah, so these are only like $7 also from a shitty knockoff gas station.
And he's not dead yet,
Knockoff
folks.
Gas station.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were saying the other day during Halo Night that if he doesn't wind up getting cancer, he needs to sue them.
Yeah, fuck. Hold on. Actually, let me find. I gotta go grab that fucking one vape that I paid $20 for from that same gas station.
He's gonna go get his gas station vape. And meanwhile, on
The
the
only
Four White
vape-
Men podcast.
The only vape that I've ever heard of that's named after a Pac-Man clone.
Oh yeah, that's true. No, it is. You're right. It's also named after Tipster's soundboard.
What?
How
You'll
is
see.
how is Tipster doing currently? By the way, what's going on there?
I don't
Probably
think
not that great.
He's not doing great because he's a Keffel's loyal.
Yeesh.
So
Yeah, that's rough.
he's a Keffel's ride or die, so it's not going good for him.
So the brand of this vape is literally oh shit.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
That's
I-
packaging.
I paid $20 for this vape. It is a 4 gram vape.
That's pretty good.
I don't know.
Honestly,
I don't know. I don't know
$20.
how
I'm gonna have to see if they sell that near me because that sounds
Yeah.
incredible.
Here's the
and
thing. I don't.
You
know
haven't
how
said
they're
anything
making-
bad about it.
I don't know. Well, I don't know how they're making money. I'm terrified to smoke this because of that. I'm like, there's no way this can be good for me at $20.
It's gonna be cut with it's not gonna be cut with any other good drugs. It'll be cut with like fucking whatever cyanide or something.
Like it'll probably be
Non-biologic.
cut with like salvia or something like that.
well, that would be good. Whoa.
Oh, I also don't like the
Um,
taste of it either. Ugh.
Yeah, it might just be like raw
Made it up
unfiltered.
with weed.
Might just be raw unfiltered THC oil or something like that.
Yeah, it's live resins, liquid diamonds, HHC-P plus THC-P.
What is
You're
P?
pushing P. You're better off push a T.
I literally.
So, anyways,
I feel like I'm smoking a science experiment here. God.
yeah, try not to die there,
Oh.
Dane.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, do your best not to die.
I'm trying,
Yeah,
I'm trying
I-
not to.
I got this. I'm not going to reveal the brand just in
Yeah.
case, hey, give us some money, unnamed
Yeah.
brand. But
Yeah.
they're nice.
To this one that tastes like I'm smoking an old lady's purse, but it gets me really high. I will let you sponsor us if you email me. Just saying.
It really says something about our podcast that the three of us, I don't know if Gabe's got one, but the three of us are all fuckheads who vape.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't vape.
Well,
I have
thank
my
God.
flower vape, but that's different.
Yeah, that's a different.
Okay.
That's cooler. That's
Every so often,
Honestly, I kinda
on the
wish I had a
weekends,
flower
I'll head to my friend's house and I'll come back ridiculously funny.
Blitz. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
On
Extra
some
funny.
real, on
Extra
some
silly.
real,
I
on some
did
real,
I did
and
dabs
that's
after
nice.
I did dabs after seeing Challengers and drove back home, and that was an experience.
Nice.
Maybe you
But
should.
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm gonna try
for the most part, I just do
I'm,
this.
I'm gonna try to make sure I have some intense chocolate before I go into the concert I'm going to in a little bit. That's gonna be a good
Oh
time.
shit!
It's
What
gonna be
concert?
another. It's Symphony X, so it's gonna be another mosh
Been
pit.
having a,
I'm gonna go
been
in
going to a
with
lot of
the.
concerts recently.
I just went to one other one, and then the hasn't been another concert in like 2 years or something. But this month has had the two that I've given a shit about since I've come back here. So, well, I also missed Dragon Force. That would have been nice.
That would have been
Yeah,
cool.
there's a lot of good shows coming up in Toronto, though. Don't worry.
Yeah. Can't wait for when Kendrick comes to Toronto. That's gonna be a real
That's gonna be
experience.
insane. Yeah.
Oh shit!
Also,
He might need some guards.
Oh,
should we maybe cut the bit there where Bane admitted to intoxicating driving?
No, I've admitted to that on this podcast before, like twice.
Bane drove while taking cum pills. It was a
Look,
fucking
hey,
wild
hey,
ride.
I'm not
listen.
drinking. It's just I took
All this
slow
is
roads.
jokes. All
Yeah.
this is jokes. I'd like to see them prove it.
Yeah, hey,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yes.
I've killed
the-
7 people.
Yeah,
Prove
no,
it,
I
Reggie.
in my off time I murder several.
Yeah, this
Oh,
is
man.
actually my phylactery. You know,
I'm not,
I'm a
not going
lich,
to.
and
I'm
this
not
is
going
my
to,
complete form.
I'm not going to a concert anytime soon, but I'm going to be going to see Daniel Tosh live when he comes to Indianapolis. So
I didn't know he still did comedy.
yeah,
That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah,
he's still doing shit. He's still funny. Like surprisingly, unlike most stand-ups nowadays, he's not a piece of shit.
Well, shit, I know we started talking about the Drake beef, but I will
Yes.
say, speaking of terrible stand-ups, that new Jerry Seinfeld Pop Tart movie
I really want
is
to watch it.
available, and there's a YMS video about it that is essentially 13 minutes of, you see, the joke here is that they know what that brand is. You see, the joke here. Oh,
I mean,
Yep, I really want to watch it. It's gonna be
we
horrible.
should do it
There
for
is-
the podcast. So we're
I
doing.
accidentally hit my A minor on my soundboard. That's
Oh, good.
shocked me a little bit.
I-
Yeah.
I know there's a scene in that solely exists to be a Mad Men reference that doesn't
Yeah.
actually add anything to the plot, but it's just an entire scene of it. And
Well,
I'm
yeah,
looking at that like,
they've
like,
got
this is
John
nothing.
Hamm and John Slattery in there. I don't think he showed that in the video, but yeah.
God, we should review it.
Jerry Seinfeld. It's becoming more well known at this point that Jerry Seinfeld was not the best part of. Oh, sure, I got you.
Also, someone is
Not
mowing.
the best part of the Seinfeld show.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Someone's mowing.
Yeah, someo's mowing over here next to me. So if you guys hear a lawnmower,
A lot of
Wow.
mowing right now.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
apparently peak mow day.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
Jeez.
Here we go.
Yeah,
Kristen
no,
asked
but-
for the A minor on the soundboard. There you go. I think you can add that to our soundboard now.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, and you gave me the idea.
Hell yeah.
I guess if we want, like, how much do we want to say about the Drake Kendrick stuff?
Well, I mean, I like talking about it.
All of the
we
stuff
do.
that I had in my head has basically just kind of passed through me. So
Yeah, well, what I'll say is like
I'm neutral on what I'm neutral on longer or shorter. I don't care.
Drake really like fumbled everything with this and shouldn't have even tried this beef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like effectively, he came off at first really dumb and corny. Then when he tried to bring up with Drake's lyrics about him misinterpreting Drake's lyrics entirely, thinking that he got molested.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He
Yeah.
completely misinterpreted Kendrick's lyrics for
Well,
a
not
song
only
that's,
did he
like,
not only did he
very
misinterpret
serious
it,
subject matter.
but he was also suggesting that his misinterpretation being that Kendrick was molested as a kid is the reason why he is now calling out Drake for being a pedophile, which is just such an odd leap to make. That one was also the song. That was the Heart Part 6. Everybody's else has been saying that a lot of Drake's responses were like pretty okay-ish, but they just couldn't stack up. But The Heart Part 6 is the one that was notably really, really bad because I think that came out after Not Like Us. I
It
mean,
did, yeah.
Yep.
yeah, and Not Like Us famously has the line about trying to strike a chord, and it's probably a minor. Hang on, you can hit it. You could do where's the soundboard? Where's the soundboard?
Yeah, hang on. I'm still adding it. It's slightly
Uh
too long.
no, no. Well,
No.
So I'm cutting
yeah.
We
it
could just
down.
play the song. The Kendrick one literally won't get us
All the
copyright strike.
copyright has been released on it.
Tristan, do you
Yeah,
want to play the song?
Hang on, hang on. I am I'm cutting down the clip so we can use it just in general.
True.
sure,
Okay, fair
yeah.
enough.
But
But
yeah, no, he
yeah,
had a great line in that song, and I mean, he had a lot of great lines in that song. All of his songs, I mean, have had just some really good fucking bars, a
uh,
And
lot
the
of
beats.
memorable shit.
dude, the fact that
And
like literally, I think Not Like Us got played on fucking TNT basketball.
in
It
Like,
did. It got played
clubs and
for.
everything.
yeah,
Ba-
It's been played at
Gabe,
several sporting events.
have you seen, Gabe, the video on Twitter of a guy going around Toronto solo, like rapping and dancing along to Not Like Us? It's like a music video. You got to see it. It sets up with the
No.
CN Tower in the beginning, and he's just like vibing on street corners, and other people know the song, so they're also joining in.
I have to find out. I don't know how I don't know about this.
Yeah, just look up like Not Like Us music video or whatever, and it's you'll see it. It's I mean, a lot of the stuff about Drake and Kendrick, I mean, it's evolved into Drake is a weird freak who's been like talking about 17-year-olds' breasts on
A
stage for like
minor.
there you
yeah,
go. Very nice.
hell
Um
yeah.
But Drake's been a weird freak for a long time, and he's been doing a lot of questionable shit. And there's like tweets that date back to like was it like I think it was the 2009 one that
Ah,
was like,
shit. There was one 2011. I pulled it
Yeah.
up and I removed it from my bookmarks because I'm stupid.
Oh,
God
it's
damn.
It
Steezy
was
Kane. Yeah, Steezy Kane is known for this. He goes out in public and he uses his like performing in public to put together a music video.
nice.
Yeah, it was
But
pretty
yeah, there,
cool.
there was there was this one tweet from 2011 from Drake that was so fucking funny. It's like I'm about to go to a party at Bill Clinton's place.
Yeah, that was all it was. And then there were other ones that were like,
I'll
what
show you
shit?
a real predator.
Yeah, they're making a new Predator movie. Put me in, I'll show him a real Predator. He
No,
deleted
Yeah.
that really quickly. And then there's
I
the
don't know if that
one,
one's real.
I'm
That's
not-
the one where I'm like, this might
it's-
not be real.
yeah,
If it's not
maybe.
real, I choose to believe it's real. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's
God, it
funny.
should be.
My favorite was the one where he said, and I think this is the exact quote, he said, "If amazing was a young girl, then I would be in jail because I'm fucking amazing." And that was like 2009 or something, and I think he also deleted that one, but that's just another Drake certified Drake banger.
Yep.
What a
Um,
fucking
Oh, yeah.
good lord.
The whole situation is really funny just because of how much it's escalated in an effort to clown on him as much as possible.
Yeah.
Like
And
he's clowned on internationally.
yeah. I mean, even here, I mean, in Canada, I don't think a lot of people are on Drake's side.
Yeah, he's y'all's golden boy.
Not anymore.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
like, there's a whole discourse throughout this about Drake is like, pretending to be this hardcore gangsta dude, but he's just this like rich, like Toronto Jewish kid. You can see videos of him living with his parents as a little like teenager. He's like arguing with his mom about how there's no tuna left for the tuna bagel sandwich that he wanted. And like,
Yep.
it's a very different life than Kendrick probably had, and a lot of, people that are actually a part of that culture probably had. And Drake, I guess, for a very long time has faced a lot of backlash about not being black enough and
Yep.
faking how black he is, like his cred. Like, there's this one video that he has, I guess, where he goes to Memphis because his dad was from Memphis. So he's just hanging out in Memphis and he's like holding up little babies and stuff, and it's like this isn't your hood. Get the fuck out of here. What are you doing here? And him being Canadian was a big part of that. Was like, it was just like, yeah, he's like this weird Canadian goofy actor dude who was on some TV show for several years, and
He was a dude in a
meanwhile,
wheelchair on Degrassi.
yeah, he shows up and he's just like, I got mob ties. Like, okay, dude.
He's from one of the most like notably
shit.
wealthy areas of
Yeah,
Toronto.
from Vaughan.
Like,
Vaughn?
no, he's not from Vaughan. No, he's from Forest Hill. The Weeknd is from Vaughan, I'm pretty sure.
Somebody
Forest-
Forest Hill is like 90% mansions.
yeah.
Is that like in a Etobicoke area? I think he said.
It's so I don't think it's Etobicoke. Let me double check. I think it's like northwest of downtown Toronto.
Yeah. No, I need to,
yeah. It's just east of York.
Okay.
Like, it's up there, below down.
Forgot to change the image.
Dude.
Ooh, don't mind if I do.
Oh yeah. I mean, let me see if I can find the I know Justin Wang has posted them. Let me see if I can find them. There's a bunch of AI generated images of fucking Drake doing horrific shit. Let me see if I can find them.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, during the big like DALL-E AI rush, there was a whole chunk of it that was just people making Drake AI. It was very funny.
Nice. I don't think I saw many of those.
There's one.
Let me know when you want me to pull up and play the song. I'm just waiting for y'all to finish talking. This one's fantastic. I love it.
The thing is, do we want to do the song? If we do the song, we're gonna be here for a while.
What?
I
mean, we don't need to like
minutes.
react
lot
to the
to
whole
break down.
thing, but we could just like have it on in the background or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Let me just. I have 3 windows open. I don't know why.
Hold on.
No copyright. No copyright.
Oh yeah.
Yay.
Is that a good level?
That's a good level.
That's
Sure. Yeah. No, I mean, there was. How many responses did Kendrick have at this point? This is like the 4th one.
I think so.
Because he released after Push-Ups and TaylorMade, he released. I'm like closing my eyes and like processing because I want to remember their names. He released Euphoria, and then is it 616 at LAX or something?
I think so.
Into 16 in LA, yeah.
Because that was like a reference to a specific flight Drake was taking that day. And then Drake put out Family Matters, and then within 24 hours, Kendrick had released both Meet the Grams and Not Like Us. And mentioned
it was back to fucking back.
And mentioned
Put down that baby, Drake! No! Certified pedophile!
This is what AI was made for.
There we go. A minor.
Yeah, this is going into my new video about pedophiles, so it's very exciting.
what a sentence. It's such a good song. It is just like a club banger, you know?
Yeah, I mean, all of his songs, I didn't really care too much for 616, but like the rest of them, and that's the only one that's not on Spotify for some reason. It's weird, because Meet the Grams is the one that had the, like,
I think maybe
DNCA album cover, maybe.
Actually, take it back for like 10 seconds. There's one bit here, and every time I hear it, it is identical to so many epic rap battles of history deliveries. It's this bit.
I think that Oakland show gon' be your last stop, nigga. They cold foul. I don't know why you still pretending. What is the hour?
It's the bit where he talks about the audience not being slow.
The audience not dumb. Shape the stories how you want. Hey Drake, they're not slow.
Wow.
That is such
Drake's
an
audience
epic rap
is
battle
slow.
of history. Like,
I love
the
it.
way it's mixed specifically, the way that his voice almost like cuts in over itself at a louder volume is exactly how they do it, and I hear that and I'm just like, this is so much better than that.
I've seen
But it's
people
like,
pointing out that song is like that line is inaccurate because Drake's audience actually largely missed a lot of the metaphors that he's been throwing at them and stuff.
Yeah.
They are too dumb. Yeah, no, all of his songs so far, I mean, 616 was just fine, but like the rest of them, you know, Euphoria was interesting because you can tell immediately how much he hates Drake, but it's not going as hard as they continue to go. It mostly sticks to like, I don't like the way you say the N-word because you're, you know, kind of a poser and you're fake and all. Yeah, and a lot of the same stuff. You're not like us. You're not like us. You're fake, and a lot of the stuff that you're doing is bullshit, and you're kind of a culture vulture and that sort of thing. And then, yeah, it gets further into, like, I think the next one was 616, but then Meet the Grahams is, like, this really depressing, dark fucking... I mean, you're listening to a history lesson right now on this song. This is the next one.
Yeah.
This one is like a history lesson club banger that's also calling him a pedophile. To quote Pat and Wooly, dude, the song of the summer is Drake is a pedophile. And like, it's true.
This is,
But, like,
dude, this is gonna win a fucking Grammy.
It will.
Hopefully,
yeah,
it should.
This is safe money. Like,
And
this
Drake has to deliver the honors. It's gonna be him on stage.
dude, oh
Is
god,
it?
can you imagine reading out and then handing the fucking, like, the award to the guy calling you a pedophile? I would, let me see if I can find the image you should throw up here right now. Yeah, it's something to the server.
Yeah, but like-
our Drake Dwyer image.
Like, he makes it like anthemic.
Well, yeah. I mean, Pray Not Like Us is already anthemic.
Exactly.
Hey, put that up, Tristan. This is a near future image, folks.
Oh no, no, come
Yep.
on, no.
Our Drake Dwyer, folks.
Don't do it to him. Put down that baby, Drake. No.
But yeah, I'd say for the most part that, like, we're at the point where it's basically just let's see what happens next.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can't wait.
Yeah.
it's
I mean,
basically a matter of time
Because-
before something else happens.
Because Drake has since, I think, dropped a song, and it's fucking god awful, by the way. It's
was
fucking
that the Hard Part
horrendous.
6, or was that another, was
Yeah.
there another one?
Yeah, it was the hard
Yeah.
part. He hasn't done another one, I don't think.
Yeah,
God
so
awful.
he had a few other songs, like we've been talking about the Kendrick stuff, and I mean, I don't think any of us like Drake that much, so it's like we're kind of
No.
glossing over Drake, but like, it's just notable. I mean, I'm not like a music critic or whatever, but it's like Drake's songs, like one of the first ones that he did, I forget which one it was, but it wasn't Tailor Made or the other one, but I think it was the one that came out after Euphoria.
It was
I guess-
Family Matters, probably.
Yeah, where it was the one that was directed at both Kendrick and Rick Ross for some fucking reason. And
Yeah,
it's
that was
like,
Family Matters. Yeah.
focus on Kendrick, dude. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Like, what is this shit? But, you know,
Trying to drag people in.
he does this, and it's like, yeah, I mean, at best, his tracks, he had like one good line in Family Matters that was like, I don't know, when you put hands on your woman, is it self-defense because she's bigger than you? Which is kind of funny. But then it's like, it took a team of like 20 guys to write that, apparently. So...
Yeah, he's got like 7 credits for writers on every track, and it's like, okay.
It's not that impressive, you know? And then, like,
It's
yeah, I
you see
mean...
Kendrick's track records, and it's like him and then the producer, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, and then Kendrick, like, I mean, again, you know, 616 notwithstanding, it's fine. I've only listened to it once. I should listen again. But the rest of them, at least, I mean, Euphoria is multi-phase, like, several beat switches and kind of vibe tonal shifts and stuff, which I really liked. And then, like, Meet the Grahams is this whole deconstruction of his family. And then there's the club banger. All of these songs are different and all kind of serve different purposes. And Drake's, all of his responses are just the same kind of like defensive. No, I'm not a pedophile. You gotta be sharp with the D major.
Oh, that
Yeah.
bit's so bad.
Yeah.
That bit is so bad.
So fucking corny, dumb as shit.
Well,
It's
yeah.
embarrassing.
Well, we were talking about it before. Like that's one of the best lines of Not Like Us, the A minor, and he tries to come back and
Man, boy, man.
what?
This song right
Why
here
is
goes
Man
out
Man
to all
Boy
my
Boy Man
boys,
playing?
all my girls.
What?
Alright.
It's really hard.
Don't
to
worry
get
guys-
about
Drake.
it. It's
Are
really
you
hard
guys
being
not
Drake.
familiar with Man Man Boy Boy Man?
I'm not.
It's
I-
IHE's channel.
Drake.
It's
Yeah.
I Hate Everything. Yeah.
Oh
It's really
shit.
hard being Drake. I've never heard
A
this.
song for you today.
Um.
You know how it is. Really hard, baby.
Oh God,
Really hard.
it is.
Really hard being Drake. Jewish.
Jewish. You know,
Jewish.
Drake just fucking.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know what you can point to. I mean, I know I'm like being biased against Drake but it's just because like I've never heard anything from him that wasn't annoying.
Yeah,
Like
there's a few really solid Drake tracks, and most of them come from earlier in his discography.
Yeah, there's not really much listen. Not recently
Yeah.
much that I
like,
would listen
his-
to.
because like I know that there's that video that I saw where he was like young and it was him in his house. He was showing off that he had a bunch of, lines that he'd written for songs that he wanted to do. And I was like, wow, he actually did want to be a musician. This isn't just something that he's like a performative. It's not entirely just a performative thing for him. He actually had some kind of passion to be a singer or something or a rapper.
Yeah.
And so maybe earlier on he had more of that, and it just kind of petered out into like trying to be reggaeton for this album or whatever, chasing the latest trend. Apparently he like changes accents all the time in his music. He tries to like incorporate fucking accents, and that's just embarrassing.
It's very
Very
strange.
cringe.
Yeah.
I got two more of those AI generated Drake images for you, Tristan.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh, nice. Wow, I like that Drake can be made to do all these horrible things.
I miss
Not
when,
anymore,
I
sadly.
miss when AI let you
Uh,
just do shit like this.
Yeah.
That Bing thing used to be really good for this shit, but sadly,
They nerfed it.
nothing good ever lasts forever, you know?
Oh yeah.
No.
He's
But that's what
rubbing
makes it
in.
so worthwhile.
Yeah.
Drake finally managed to beat someone at something.
Yeah. Finally got his win.
I don't know how he manages to be so popular. I mean, it's just it's one of those. It's like Taylor Swift. People, I think Tyler compared him to Taylor Swift for men, but it's not even for
Yeah.
men because a lot of people that listen, most of Drake's audience is women. I from what I understand anyway. That's what
Well, at
that's
least
the
like I can say
the-
Taylor Swift has like, I'd say she has some form of talent. I don't think Drake
maybe.
really has.
There is something to Taylor Swift stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drake might have. I mean, they might both have a similar level.
I'd
Because
say
Drake
she's
apparently
more
did have a
talented
pair-
than Drake.
Yeah, I mean, she can like play instruments. Drake probably can't do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when she was like a singer-songwriter, she was kind of okay.
Just
But I mean, yeah, if you go back 15 years, Drake was also kind of okay at one point, I'm sure.
yeah. And I guess he was pretty decent on Degrassi. Some people liked him on it. I haven't watched. The only bit of Degrassi I've ever seen was the Jay and Silent Bob shit. Outside of that, I've
Yeah, you
seen
mentioned-
nothing past that.
You mentioned in the last
Yeah, you
in the
mentioned
cut,
that last time. Yeah.
Yeah.
you said that you watched how many episodes was
I think
it?
it was like 8 episodes. Because
That's a
8 episodes
considerable
too many,
amount of
honestly.
Degrassi. I gotta be real. That's a lot of Degrassi.
It's more than most people should probably watch of Degrassi. Yes.
Mm.
It's good if you're a 15-year-old, and that's kind of it. It's made
Yeah.
for that demographic though, so I can't really.
Well,
say
in
much.
Degrassi, Drake played a character called Jimmy Brooks, and he was a disabled guy in a wheelchair. And this
Yep.
led into an interesting future development that occurred, which was known as was it the Drizzler? I guess was the term that was
Oh,
coined, or
oh,
it was the Riddler in general.
yeah, him
Uh,
getting stalked by.
Oh God, yeah,
So,
that
That was a
guy.
weird thing. I don't know how much there is to say about it now, though. It was just so weird
yeah,
when it was
yeah,
happening.
it was a very strange
it's
series of
like,
events where, because at the Meet the Grams cover art, it was like a bunch of items that were like stolen from Drake's house or something,
Yeah.
and
Or like a suitcase of his or something, yeah.
yeah, something, and so this video appears that has like this
what the
cryptic
hell?
text, and yeah, we gotta have wheelchair Drake on the thumbnail. Can we have him on the thumbnail? That'd be great.
Uh,
Yeah, you'd have to cut out all the wheel. That would be annoying.
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
how about this? I have a thing that can help me out with this. If it doesn't work, then
mm,
fuck it. But if it does,
I mean, if you can just get like up to like the knees,
hmm,
that'd be fine. Just put him somewhere in the corner. You just gotta
yeah.
get the goofy ass
yes,
face. But
yeah!
Oh
He's
yeah,
going
you
in the
got him.
thumbnail, boys.
Yay!
beautiful.
Drake time.
Oh,
Hell
Um
yeah.
yeah, Drake is such a funny like public figure because he doesn't really do anything 90% of the time, but people still find ways to hate him. You know?
Yeah.
Like
Well, yeah. I mean, all of the weird child stuff is part of it.
Yeah.
that
yeah.
is true, yeah.
Admittedly,
Weird
like
child stuff is
People
certainly
people
there.
aren't gonna forget about Millie Bobby Brown.
that and all of
Yeah.
like the TikToks of girls
Yeah,
in Toronto
he's.
saying that like, oh, have you been to the
Yeah.
parties? It's
Oh,
like
I haven't seen any of that. Oh.
I can try to find.
Yeah.
I don't remember where I saw those. I think I saw them on Twitter, but
There's also the fact that he mentioned Millie Bobby Brown and no one mentioned Millie Bobby Brown.
oh yeah,
There
that
was
too.
supposedly a reference to 11 in one of the songs.
I
Not.
don't remember one.
Yeah,
have to look
someone
into
mentioned it, but I didn't remember it either. But
The only 11 is like the reference to his supposed fake daughter that I can
yeah,
remember.
I think it was more esoteric than that. But yeah, he is the one that brought her in by name. He also mentions that he never looks twice at no teenager, which is true because for Drake, it's love at first sight. Um, but he there is that video that surfaced of him on stage with a 17-year-old like, "Why do you look like that? I love your breasts against my body." All the stuff. And that was from 14 years ago. She came out recently and she was like, "There was no collusion, there was no grooming. It's a total witch hunt." And everybody's been like, it's understandable that maybe you feel that way, but it still seems pretty fucking weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
And there's been a few other. I mean, we were talking about the Riddler guy. The Riddler guy, his whole thing was that he had the items that were on that cover for Meet the
That was a
Grams.
banger video. Like, no matter
Yeah,
how much of what he was talking about is fake, that first video of the cover of Meet the Grams perfectly recreated in front of him of hanging objects is crazy.
Yeah.
yeah. And we don't know if it's fake necessarily because, I mean, what ended up happening, he was claiming that there was video footage of some sort of altercation between Drake or Drake's
Right.
employees or something, and
Yeah.
this little baby man in a wheelchair thing that he's like a journalist. His name's Christopher Alvarez, I think, and so there was a deadline. There was a whole bunch of shit. He kept making cryptic tweets, and then eventually this journalist guy came out and said that it was all bullshit. But like, my first thought was, okay, I mean, if you were paid off by one of the biggest singers in the world to say that, you would say that. But I mean,
Yeah.
then it ventures into conspiracy theory territory. The whole thing is really, but it was exciting while it lasted.
We kind of need to wait and see what comes next.
Well, he had a whole thing about November 9th, so like,
Waiting a
Well, I
while.
guess we're gonna be
just
waiting a
wait
while.
several months. Yeah, go for it.
You know what? Fine by me. It'll pay off. I know it.
I'm a true believer.
So one last
Um,
Drake thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's got a funny ad like right when everything started coming out on Twitter. I just think that's funny. Also,
Oh,
I'm
boy.
gonna see why Hassan's trending.
I think someone made a video about him.
Yeah, Willie
Someone
Mac
did.
show.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. I was gonna say there's some like new news of Nintendo.
Oh, is there? Oh,
Shit.
new Nintendo news. We can do some gaming stuff.
Well, I
have
guess
a,
we're into gaming.
Yeah, I have two perfect segues out. I'm gonna do them back to back. So let me know when we got some game when we're done with some gaming.
All right.
Perfect. This is just a quick one. I want to talk about it because I just found it and I don't want to forget. Apparently, tons of Nintendo ROMs have now been struck down from Vim's lair
Yes.
Oh shit! Seriously?
as of 12 hours ago.
Vim's layer is kind of fucked now. I suggest people go to CD Romance, or the new one is Myrient, Myrient, and it has a good list of things. Unfortunately, it keeps
Myriant,
hanging halfway through my download of Katamari Forever. It's very unfortunate.
But yeah, we don't know specifically what happened. People on the boards have speculated like, oh, fake DMCAs. We have to wait and see.
Copyright troll, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, there's a few.
Vim said that it might just be the work of a copyright troll, but that for the meantime he has to keep those games offline.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bad
this is
news
like
for the vault.
717
12 hours ago.
games. 1140. Yeah. Wow.
Nintendo's
Holy shit.
Nintendo lawyers are working.
Wait, was it actually 17 hours ago?
Yeah, like very, very recently. This was like around the time I went to bed yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't even mean to be that close. I meant to say 14 hours ago or whatever, but okay, cool. I'm like right on. Yeah, no, it's crazy though. We're gonna have to wait and see what happens, obviously.
Well, they're not
it seems
coming
like there's
back,
a new update
probably.
there from 551 from someone else.
Where is it again?
Top one there.
Oh,
damn.
wow,
Take down notices. Smart intellectual on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind.
Okay.
this one's just gone.
Yeah,
Probably
same guy. He double posted.
Oh, there we go. 3:31 a.m. Sorry, is the most recent official update.
Most recent official update. Since this may be the work of DNC, trolls filing fake notices. In the meantime, it will remain offline for now. Okay.
Which is understandable. That's very understandable.
Yeah,
No,
I mean, it's understandable.
It's not forever.
I really hope it is just DMCA trolls because fuck, I love using Vim. Vim.net if you ever want to talk to Vim, you know?
Yeah.
By the way, I love the first dipshit like, well, I can't believe you caved to copyright takedowns. It's like,
yeah, you don't want your whole life to be ruined.
No offense. These guys still have to live and eat. They need to like, no offense. Yeah. A Nintendo lawsuit isn't good for anyone.
No,
Nintendo. Malcraz. What's the point of saying if you're just going to cave takedown notices?
Fuck you, Malcraz, user of Vim.net. Fuck you specifically.
What a dipshit.
It's your fault. You know it's your fault. It's your fault, Nintendo or the DMCA trolls going after him.
And I just wonder at what point the DMCA stuff, I mean, Nintendo's lawyers, they've just been like it's like every week there's some new stupid thing they're doing.
Yeah.
And I just like, it's so much more effort for them to do this, and it's nothing but bad press. It's never a scenario. It's funny because it's never a scenario where they're taking down some, like, shitty iPhone. Well, like, sure. Or, like, shitty Android game with Mario that's, like, charging people microtransactions and shit. And
it's called, like, Brother's Best Mario Brother Sonic Gaming. Sonic Speeds.
It's got like SpongeBob in there for some reason.
Legend of SpongeBob Zelda.
I just looked up.
Grand Theft Luigi.
Yoshi.
Yeah.
No, they never go after stuff like that. There's like weird shit on the iPhone, or I guess not the iPhone, but like the Google Play Store at least that has.
either of them really. Yeah. It's just.
Maybe, yeah.
They
It's
they
just
fuck
like-
over the little guy instead of just actually making a good fucking product.
Well, they fuck over
Yeah.
not just the little guy, but like, and then there's these copyright trolls where it's
Yeah.
like people can just come along and basically do their job for them. They can pull a Jerry Seinfeld Pop Tarts movie, an unlicensed copyright troll coming along just doing their work for them. Jerry Seinfeld basically just made an advertisement for Pop Tarts. It was literally not even like
It's-
an official movie from Kellogg's or anything. He just made it. And they were like, sure, why not? And that's the same thing with these fucking copyright people. Nintendo, why are they going to stop them? They're doing their work for them.
The worst
Well,
part,
it's like,
yeah.
well, no, you go.
I was gonna say, the worst part about it is it's literally like soulless product consumerism. The movie, it's an empty, hollow husk. Like it's devoid of any.
Well, what
thought
looks so
or
weird about
talent.
it? It looks like it's basically Ready Player One cereal mascot edition.
It's
very
effectively
weird.
it
It's
is
a weird idea.
It's such a.
And it's like,
it's a horrible idea.
I legitimately think that Pop Tarts had better marketing from that time that they dropped a giant Pop Tart mascot into a toaster at the end of a football game and then had all the football players eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What a strange
that.
thing to happen.
I
You
think,
don't know about? Oh, okay.
I think we can play the trailer. I think there's a
You know-
song in it, but
No.
realizing-
Let's not give that movie a goddamn
Well, we're-
second of our
Well,
attention.
we're gonna talk
No.
about it eventually because I do want to talk about it on our future podcast second screenings. I guess we could talk about that a little bit real quick.
I'm just
too.
realizing we missed the opportunity to segue from Jerry Seinfeld dating a 17-year-old into the Drake thing. It's very
Yeah.
That is, yeah, that's a
We could have
shame.
segued
We
from-
need to bring that up every time.
Minor.
Everybody's pretty cool with mentioning that Jerry Seinfeld had that weird relationship where he was dating a 17-year-old while he was
And
like
driving
38.
her home from school.
Yeah, yeah, it's like
Wait.
Yeah.
Look at the thumbnail for Unfrosted. Why does Melissa McCarthy's face look like it's deep faked on?
it always kind of does.
No,
Yeah,
but like,
to be,
look at
to be
that.
fair, real quick, all right, I'm gonna pull up the the mascot thing.
Okay.
Live Gabe chair reaction. Oh god.
Yeah, Hassan Piker moment. There we go.
No, see, I left while nothing was happening.
That's fair.
True.
True.
This is such a
And
good
also, we're
video.
crediting the creator, Espen Colleague Football.
I've heard of them. They're really big in Cambodia.
See, this is beautiful.
Are you ready for it? I have a feeling this will get us in copyright trouble.
This might.
Yeah, maybe we should mute it.
No, it's fine.
Oh, well,
I just- look at
mute
this
it for a
thing.
little bit.
But yeah. No,
what a
this-
fun-loving guy.
This beautiful
This is a great
specimen
guy.
right here. This
I
happy,
just feel sorry for the guy who has to be in the costume.
this happy,
Yeah.
full of
Well-
love creature is about to be
At the very
murdered.
least,
it
it
does
doesn't
get
look heavy
better.
like actual mascot costumes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this does
He's
get
got
better in a
room
second.
for
here.
he's got room for his dick and his
No, he
legs
got
to move
moved.
around.
Yeah, and then
let me find the video of what happened after the game.
Oh, they feasted on his organs.
Yeah, and it's like
Yeah.
kind of unnerving.
Exciting.
There, I found it.
Yeah.
This is what the we're about to watch what the critics are doing to the Pop Tarts movie, everyone.
yeah, effectively yes. This is the best promotion for this horror film,
is-
Unfrosted.
Oh shit! I'm so glad
I'm
that
not
I
kidding.
fucking.
This is such a surreal video to watch.
You
Hang
just
on.
right click the top and do reopen.
No, I just. There we go. I accidentally closed it. Brought it back.
You can unmute this one, I think.
Yeah, I think you're safe.
It's Pop Tarts edible mascot.
Oh
It's
god,
an
it plays
edible
copyrighted
mascot.
music.
Okay, well, you
No,
know
it's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
It's
I'm just-
entertaining enough without it. This
Yeah.
this video is so surreal.
Dreams really do come true.
I'm dying.
It only gets better as it goes.
He chucks the sign. That's good.
I respect that.
For the audio listeners, there is a giant Pop Tart toaster with a man in a Pop Tart uniform being cooked and
Oh yeah, they they
Okay.
burnt him to death. He winked.
yeah,
He's dead now. He's not
is
moving.
He is a
And
dead
they just
human.
Oh.
start tearing into it.
We are
This
now
is-
watching them cannibalize a dead man, everybody. It's
This
very
is-
frightening.
This is fucking murder. This
Yeah,
is a fucking
I
snuff
can't
film.
believe they put this on television. This is
He's
wild.
dead. That mascot's fucking dead now.
I mean, the
It's
crazy
so
part
surreal.
about
I
it is
don't know.
that there's no part of this that's
They're
been fake.
throwing him to the audience.
And see,
Yeah.
here's the thing: these are college students, so they can legally get away with it. Technically, they're still minors.
Yeah, they're still a minor.
You can get away with
It's
cannibalism
such
as
a
a minor.
weird idea. It's such a weird
It's a
idea to
minor.
execute.
There we go.
Oh Christ!
fucking strange.
This is
Oh, man, you can see
genuinely
its brain,
horrifying
you
in a
can
way.
see
Oh, he's
Did
going
they-
in for more. Oh no!
Did they?
Dude,
This
number
splort.
number 47 took a handful and just hucked it.
I really like that they chose like a strawberry Pop Tart too. They didn't choose a blueberry one. No, those insides are red.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah,
see
you
all
could've
of
gone-
the football players getting like tired out of devouring this Pop Tart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it should have been a fucking s'mores Pop Tart, man. That would have been cooler.
Honestly, I think that was better without sound.
Well,
I
okay,
think it
so
was.
I mean, joking aside, what the fuck was that made of? Because it wasn't just a real Pop
Yeah, it
Tart.
was not a real
looked like
Pop
it
Tart. I
was
think it was
like a shitty cake or something.
It kind of looks
I
like
think
a shitty
so.
cake.
It looked like it was all fondant. It looked disgusting.
I am not gonna play the Pop Tart trailer.
No,
on our
no, let's
podcast.
watch
Unnecessary.
this turd. It's
No,
so bad.
That Pop Tart movie looks like it's just a fucking.
No,
it looks like it's an ad.
it
looks like.
I've got to see it because I wanted this to be one of my bad films. I want to watch this movie on our podcast.
But after like 10 seconds, it'll strike us.
I'm
Well,
willing
yeah,
to
no,
take
we
the
don't need to-
claim. I mean, as long
Do
as
we
we
need
can
to watch
show
this
it.
now? The trailer.
I think we should see the trailer.
I-
It's so bad.
Okay.
I don't know much about this film.
I'm
I
keeping
don't
it.
know
I'm
much
keeping
about
it.
Keep it
Well,
low. Keep it low.
Yeah,
not
keep it
muted.
real low.
Yeah, keep it low.
Actually, you know what? Actually, I'll keep it muted because we have subtitles.
It's
Well,
true.
no, you got to hear with bad delivery.
Okay.
But the thing is,
It's
the
worth
visuals are what will get us struck.
It's all gonna get
Well-
us. It's gonna get us claimed. Not
Game
struck.
can
I'll take a
flip the
claim.
footage.
I'll take a claim.
Actually, you
So-
know what?
So, like, one of the things about this, it's like it's not an authorized movie made by the fucking like Kellogg
Well,
Corporation.
they've
or
got the,
whatever.
they've
There we
got the
go.
rights
Fuck you.
for the.
Well, they do now, yeah, but
Not
like
the
it wasn't made as like an advertisement movie, but
I don't.
it's also not critical at all, apparently, of like this company or any of its like existence in
The
the world.
movie.
Amy Schumer.
I have. Okay, listen here. Netflix got the rights to the project, which is based on a joke Jerry Seinfeld told about the creation of the Pop Tart.
Yeah, from like 15 years ago or something.
That is
So-
what this film is based on.
Kristen, why does your YouTube look like it's 2009? Am I fucking dying? What's happening?
I was wondering what the one would
Oh,
I have
point it out.
extensions. I have extensions.
Re-
I have a
respect.
better looking YouTube. Fuck you.
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
I even
Pretty
have the
good.
old logo.
Yeah, I noticed that. I thought I was having a fucking stroke.
I was getting a little confused.
See, the joke there is he said xanthan.
Yeah, like Newman.
See, the joke there is it's Chef Boyardee.
The real shit. That's the
See,
real
joke
fucking
there is
Quaker
it's
oat.
Quaker.
The thing about
Quaker
this
Sherman
movie-
oat.
is that in concept, with this cast, you should be able to do something really fun. You know?
And I think there's something wrong.
Yeah. But
It's entirely down to it just being
Apparently,
poorly
Bill
written, I
Burr
guess.
is not even funny as the president. Like, they have Bill Burr and he's not even good.
Oh, I didn't even notice that was Bill Burr.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Bill
He
Burr.
had too much hair.
No.
Hit 'em up and eat 'em ups.
No sale.
Apparently, a lot of the jokes are this, where it's like the joke is we know what the name of the product is, but they say it's a different name.
this
Like oblong fruits.
Oh my god, it's just the Dingle Hopper gag from Little Mermaid, but for an entire movie.
That's just
What
that.
was
That was a
that?
ravioli.
What was
Jar
that?
Jar mixing
What was
something
that?
with its tongue.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Whoa.
Heat 'em ups and eat 'em ups.
This is more surreal than
Is
the
this
trailer
a
for
joke?
Megalopolis.
Yeah, this feels like Ready Player One.
By the way, according to YMS, this movie ends with like a January 6th, but it's cereal.
God, I don't like
Yeah.
how that thing fucking
don't like that
moves.
thing.
Okay, yeah, I
Comma and period, by the way, to go frame
Yeah, I
by
know.
frame.
Huh.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah.
Oh no!
You
I don't like
know,
that thing.
Oh.
this makes me like. This makes me wish that CGI just wasn't a thing and that you had to make things practically.
That would be better.
Can we compare this with the trailer for Megalopolis and compare what
I was gonna say B movie, but okay.
I would say I still haven't seen
Well,
the
'cause you
trailer
have
for
to remember,
Megapolis yet. Megapolis?
Unfrosted must have cost like at least $100 million based on the people they have in this movie.
Oh my god, that's so horrifying to think about.
This movie is a
Well, 'cause
real
listen,
like
not
like
only
Adam
do you have
Sandler
Jerry
thing.
Seinfeld doing all
Yeah,
that stuff,
it's got like every fucking popular fucking celebrity. It's crazy. It's like every
it goes
actor in the
beyond that.
movie.
I'm looking at a list here. It's literally everyone.
Yeah, John Hamm's
Dean
in
Norris,
this.
Bobby Moynihan, James Marsden,
This
Dan
is a-
Levy.
This is a
Christian
money
Slater,
laundering scheme. This is what this is.
Cedric the Entertainer.
Seven whole frames of a fucking Pop Tart, eating sugar
that a
pops of
ravioli?
all fucking cereal.
Yeah, it's a ravioli eating sugar pops.
Yeah, that's the thing. It doesn't look like a Pop Tart. I think it is a ravioli, like
yeah,
a Chef
yeah, it
Boyardee.
is.
It is, yep.
I eat
Wait.
ravioli quite often.
Ravioli.
Yeah.
Probably
Guys,
not going to. Probably not going to eat
Guys,
any
listen to
tonight.
Megan Trainor and
Oh.
Jimmy Fallon provide a song for the film called Sweet Morning Heat.
Wow, I bet that's awful.
Megan Trainor and Jimmy Fallon.
That combination makes me want to shoot myself. Thank you.
Hey, at least it's
The
not
reason-
James Corden.
It's
That's
it's
true.
almost as bad.
The only reason I said Megalopolis is because it is probably of a similar budget when you actually stop and think about it.
What is Megalopolis? Is it like trying
it's
to
Francis-
be surreal?
It's
Yeah.
Francis Ford Coppola's 40-year passion project he finally got. Tristan, you're having too much fun with this.
Yeah.
Oh. This little Grimblow might be in the thumbnail too, I think.
You know, that's the
Oh.
thing. I can't find
you know
a
what?
like. I can't find a frame that I think
That's a good
exemplifies how
frame.
disgusting this is.
You had it
Let's-
right there.
I mean,
Let's look at the original B movie trailer. Sure, the one of Jerry Seinfeld in the bee suit.
Give me one
Oh
sec.
god, the B movie. And that's another one that is like the same thing where it was like a random joke that he made apparently. And
Yeah.
then somehow that morphed into him making a real movie out of it. It's the
So-
same exact thing that led to this piece of shit.
that was someone at DreamWorks was desperate to get something made because DreamWorks was running on cocaine money at that time, and they would just make a fuck ton of films. I don't know if you remember that
Well,
era of DreamWorks.
They made Shark Tale, so that's all you need to know.
Yeah, like
I
go on.
I actually vividly remember the first time I saw the trailer for Jerry Seinfeld's B movie with it as a live action production with like Chris Rock and all these other people.
All right, let me go ahead and pull that up.
Because
So
Good job, Jamie.
even when I was like a kid, I thought it was so surreal. It was so bizarre as like a movie trailer.
I don't know if I've ever seen it.
I don't
You've
think I
never-
have either.
Oh, you've never seen the video of Jerry Seinfeld in the bee suit?
Well, I think I've seen it in clips of things, but not in its full context.
Oh, it's so weird.
All right, here we go.
Trailer 1 as a live action concept. Ah.
Guys, come on, we're getting ready to shoot.
Wait, is this like a different...
How's this gonna
oh.
work? Well, we'll try it, and then...
This
I-
was
yeah,
the
I-
original trailer for B
Could
movie.
be
I remember seeing
fantastic.
this.
Is this
Oh,
even on
shit.
straight?
Oh,
Sure.
I can't tell that guy's name, but I know who he is.
This is like false advertising.
Jerry
though, 'cause you
Seinfeld.
expect the
No,
movie
the
is
other
gonna
guy.
have him in a bee costume.
You'll see.
and-
That's the payoff.
Oh.
Hey, listen, man, thanks for doing this.
So you're gonna come to my wife's book signing,
Oh,
right?
yeah, definitely.
Hi, Chris Rock.
Anything I could do to help the plight of...
He's at the wrong
homeless
place. At the wrong
So what
motherfucking
do you want me
time.
to do, Jerry?
You know what? Just have fun with it. Okay, trees go.
Freeze, go!
Please, go.
Fans,
Oh.
go!
The first shot of Jerry Seinfeld just screaming is really funny. I don't know why.
Tell them to climb back out. Up! Climb out!
This is like a wipeout game.
Wipers go.
Wipers, go! I'm having fun! Oh, my leg! Make it a motorcycle. Make this a rocket ship. Paint it blue. Somebody help me! All right.
Jerry Seinfeld's artistic mind is a brilliant one.
Hold this a favor!
Is Chris Rock even in the movie?
I can't believe Chris Rock just fucking died. That's why
Wait,
he's not in the
wait.
movie.
Well,
I'm
well,
actually
wait,
not-
wait.
I'm
Watch
not sure.
to the very end because there is a punchline at the end. Chris Rock is there.
What
He
was
plays
that?
the mosquito. Oh wait,
Make
is
one
that
of the
not it?
bugs spontaneously explode.
I could have sworn that the punchline was like Steven Spielberg walks in and goes, "Why don't you try to make it animated or something?" I could
figured
have
it was
sworn
gonna
that
be
was
something like that. Like, never mind, we'll just animate it instead or something.
Yeah.
I could have sworn that was like a part of it. Is it not? Huh?
That
I
seems
feel
like
like
false
maybe they-
advertising, though, if you
Yeah.
watch this.
I mean, this
Yeah, that's-
version could be interesting.
If it existed, sure.
A lot of things could be interesting.
Yes, that's why I said could. I didn't say was. They're two different things.
I mean, I started work on a video months ago that was like a Seinfeld retrospective, and it was the first couple seasons, and I eventually stopped because I wasn't happy with the recording, but like a big chunk of it was me being like, boy, going back and watching Seinfeld, and one of the worst parts of that show is every time they cut to Jerry Seinfeld on a stage with a microphone,
Yeah.
and he just has like really lame, outdated jokes that just aren't funny. And then they go back to the regular episode, and it's still
Like-
fine, and it's aged fine.
Nope. You cut out there, Gabe.
Like my girlfriend had never really seen much of Seinfeld. What?
Did he jump?
Oh,
and
he's
cut-
making a face now.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I
Hello?
can hear
Yes.
you. There we go.
Yeah. We can hear
You
you.
cut out for a second there.
I was saying my girlfriend had never really seen much Seinfeld, and I was like, I'm going to show you some Seinfeld. Once I told her that the concept, because she always, when she saw it when she was younger, she was like, these people suck. I don't like this. And then I explained to her that was the point. She was like, oh, I'll watch some. And I think I showed her like the Chinese restaurant and the bet and what's
Yep.
the other one? The contest? Oh no, the outing. And consistently, we would be sitting there, we'd be having a great time, except for a moment where it was Jerry Seinfeld on stage, where I'd be looking at her like, is she just like completely spaced out? Is she still enjoying this?
Yep.
Like, is the whole episode just ruined for her now? Because it just cut to this for 2 minutes and it's bad?
Well, a lot of the time, those
'cause I was
like on
watching it,
stage.
like-
Go ahead, sorry.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, because rewatching those episodes, I was like, yeah, every time it cuts away from an episode, I'm just like, okay, cool, Jerry. Can we get back to the episode? Like,
Yeah, well,
This
a
is
lot
a-
of the time it's
it's
like
fun.
it'll be like these out of date sort of jokes that are
Yeah.
based. It's not even like they're offensive now. It's just that there's not really a frame of reference that a lot of people nowadays have for like 80s dating standards or whatever the fuck that they were talking about back then, and they were just kind of like very bland. Like the best example is the one where he talks about like men search for things on the TV because men hunt, but women nest, and they just find a TV channel and they stay there. And it's like, this is just such a strange he's trying to make this like evolutionary joke that's just like concepts that we barely even have anymore of like hunting through TV channels. We barely even do that now. I mean, I guess you could say like Netflix.
Yeah.
Men hunt forever through Netflix, but
She
a
keeps
woman,
strolling through the streaming services. Bleep, bleep,
I
bleep,
guess.
bleep, bleep. It's like, okay.
Yeah, but it's worth noting. Apparently, Jerry's going out there like complaining about the wokeness in comedy that's ruining comedy or whatever.
Yeah, where it's
They're
like,
not letting him be funny in the pop. That's why the Pop Tart movie's so unfunny, I guess, because of wokeness.
yeah, let me see if I can find a clip of it
Well-
real quick.
Well, and the thing is, like, if you compare what he did of, like, the observational comedy, George Carlin did the exact same thing. Far crasser, far cruder, far more, like, offensive.
Are better.
And there was no problem with that. And better.
And
He was
more
just a better
timeless.
comedian. Yeah, more timeless, too. Like, despite them being inherently often, like, some sort of, like, political commentary or commentary on, like, modern standards and, like, expectations or political correctness or whatever, they're still completely timeless. They still land, you know?
Yeah,
Um,
Jerry Seinfeld stuff is really that time period centric.
exactly.
I'm trying to find just
speaking
the
of
clip
wokeness-
of his wokeness thing real quick, too.
What about wokeness,
speaking
Gabe?
of- we
When
could talk
you
about
have it, let me
how,
know. I'll put it up.
We could talk about how the new Daily Wire show came out.
Sadly, the Daily Wire's Brickleberry ripoff has gone woke.
It
Yeah,
immediately
the term
people got mad at it for being woke.
Daily Wire Brickleberry ripoff makes me want to jump off of a fucking bridge into like the ocean. I don't like the sound.
Oh yeah, it looks dreadful.
And what do you mean it's woke? Like, is there a black in it, or like, what does that mean?
There's a gay.
There's a gay character.
Oh, okay. See.
There's that clip, Tristan.
Is the gay character
a bunch of-
like a positive human being?
Yeah, essentially. He's just a flamboyant gay guy.
Oh, he's flamboyant. I guess there had to be something.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, give me a sec. Switch over.
Obliterates woke culture. Oh.
X. Ugh.
Yep.
Oh god.
Yeah.
God. Too long didn't fucking read.
They need it so badly, and they don't get it. It used to be you would go home at the end of the day. Most people would go, "Oh, Cheers is on. Oh, MASH is on. Oh, Mary Tyler Moore is on. All in the Family's on." You just expected there'll be some funny stuff we can watch on TV tonight. Well, guess what? Where is it? This is the result of the extreme left and PC crap and people worrying so much about offending other people. When you write a script and it goes into 4 or 5 different hands, committees, groups, here's our thought about this joke, well, that's the end of your comedy. Nothing really affects comedy. People always...
I didn't think I'd hear Jerry Seinfeld say PC crap.
Yeah, I
woke.
Yeah. Hey, Groucho Marx.
So
How do you
I'll
feel
come back
about
out when the comedy's being talked about, you know?
because effectively, right, like two of the most raunchy comedies I could think of are effectively raunchy, not necessarily what I call woke per se, have been Curb Your Enthusiasm, which just ended, which fucking Seinfeld appeared on recently too.
Yeah, also
dipshit.
Larry David is Seinfeld's fucking friend.
Oh yeah,
I think.
And then also It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which like I would not necessarily consider I wouldn't necessarily consider it a woke comedy. I think it touches it touches, but you know what I mean. Like I would not classify it anywhere near like PC.
Well, I mean, it's like. Yeah, it's like socially aware of things, and in the sense that it pokes fun at various things, but it's not like PC or anything, you know.
Well, and then like
the idea that he's getting at, like the idea that he's getting at is basically like what happened with iDubbbz or whatever, where he used to make jokes, and now he's literally saying like, I don't think I can make my audience laugh. And he's just kind of like a whiny bitch who's apologizing all the time. I guess that's kind of what he's getting at, but, like, that's not, like, a super common thing, really. I mean, there's a lot of comedians that still tell jokes. I don't know.
Well, it's like, even if we're just talking about sitcoms, like or shows like that, what Parks and Rec ran to 2015, and that wasn't always like squeaky clean humor wise. Community ran till 2015, and that has tons of gags that are related to things that are like offensive. There's an entire episode where the climax is they find out the trampoline they've been jumping on in the back of the school is owned by a neo-Nazi. Like Veep, starring his friend Julia Louis-Dreyfus, ran into 2019 with tons of humor that's like inappropriate or whatever. What We Do in the Shadows is still running and has a bunch of humor that's not exactly, squeaky clean. Like, there's tons of examples of comedy series recently or just starting up that are great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
awoke.
the thing that I've seen is like there's a big difference between like, you know, this joke is just old and has been done a lot and isn't interesting anymore. I mean, like Trump jokes are not like offensive, but they're similarly dated and not funny unless they're specifically like a really good Trump joke. It's a similar type of thing where it's like a my wife joke or something, where it's like you have to have a
Yeah.
really
My
good Trump
wife.
joke. Yeah, and it's not like offensive.
Yeah.
But people mistake that for like, oh, this joke about racism is like offensive. You woke SJWs. A lot of the time, it's just like, black people fried chicken or something. It's nothing really creative or entertaining. It's something you've probably read a million times. It's not anything like, if you want a funny, racist, edgy joke, like that's not it. Like when I did my Keffels related stream recently, I tried to make it clear to the chat, like, listen, it's not funny or creative to come in and do the whole green text she thing.
Oh yeah, I had
That's
to ban a
not-
few fucking morons.
That's not like clever or funny or whatever you think you're trying to do here. It's like you want to make a joke that's about trans people, you can, but it has to actually be a joke that's funny and
Yeah,
not
you gotta
just
be witty. You can't
Yeah.
like same shit over and
the
over.
problem exactly. The problem with people like Ricky Gervais, where they're
Oh,
like,
God.
"Oh, the woke are upset with me because I made jokes about trans people."
I
It's
put
like,
on I put on Supernature and I stopped it and I was like, yeah, this was probably funny for 2015. It was a 2022 special. It was
Yeah.
unbelievable. It was like attack helicopters for like an hour.
Wow.
It was a
That's
full
exactly what
hour
it
of 2015 comedy. It was unbelievable.
Dude, it's him, it's fucking
And I like
Jimmy.
Ricky Gervais sometimes. Sometimes he's funny.
Jimmy
I call myself the
I still
Carl
rewatch
Pilkington
the-
of this podcast as a joke.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing, Ricky?
I don't know.
I still watch the Ricky Gervais show over and over again, not just for
Yeah.
Carl bits, not just for Steven bits, but for some of his bits too. He has a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
good bits on that show.
Yeah.
But like it's the exact same thing with like with the Dave Chappelle stuff where people
Jimmy
he
Carr
got really upset
recently
'cause-
too.
Yeah, oh god, yeah.
Yeah.
Jimmy Carr's
Yeah,
latest
That
special.
one's been annoying.
I love
Shit.
Jimmy Carr. He's one of my favorite comedians, and seeing this new one where it's like, you be careful, everybody. This is some seriously edgy comedy, and it's just like some joke about
Yeah.
phones.
Should
It's
have
like
been
nothing.
titled. Should have been titled "Car Crash." Jesus, it was that fucking
It's-
bad.
It's being marketed as the edgiest shit you've ever heard.
Speed bump.
Yeah.
There you go. That's better.
Uh,
Jimmy Carr.
but like the
speed
thing
bump.
about it is Dave Chappelle was like, I'm not. He got upset because people said he was punching down when he made jokes about trans people, and he was like, I'm not punching down. There are other people I can joke about, and it's like, yeah, that's true, but the jokes you're telling are like,
Well,
it's like
the
you're,
same
it's
shit
all
also.
lowest hanging fruit, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like no
mean, I've
offense,
seen-
Dave. We've heard those jokes before. It's like
I've seen
For
some
the
of his
last
jokes.
12 years.
I think his like first recent, like in the last 10 years or whatever, like he was gone for a while and he came back and he did like one special on Netflix that was, I remember watching one of them that was, it was okay. I think it was the one that mentioned like alphabet people. It started to transition into his newer milieu of like, whatever edge conservative
started
comedy
to
or whatever.
transition.
Uh,
Yes.
But yeah, no, it wasn't that bad. I mean, like, but yeah, it's just so it's a lot of them is lazy. There's a really good video. I think it's a two-parter actually from the channel Dead Domain that goes into a bunch of conservative comedy, and it's specifically stuff that's like
Oh, I
directed
think
at.
I've seen those.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
stuff that's directed at conservatives, and it's like the Roseanne comedy special
Oh
from
god,
recently.
dude, it's the same fucking joke with her. It's
Modern.
Who is in
Oh,
the new? She's in the new Daily Wire show. They said like, "Oh, we uncanceled."
Oh
her.
God.
oh no, really? Oh my
Cancel.
god.
I'm fucking.
Okay,
But
I live in
I was
fucking
gonna say this
cloud
before.
world.
ladies and gentlemen, I
I was
need
gonna
you
say this
to.
before.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say before. It's funny that they keep saying this because they cut Candace Owens out of all of the marketing for this show
Yeah.
after she left the Daily Wire. They
Oh.
canceled her.
She's
Yeah,
still
they
in
cut
the
her
show?
out.
I think she's still in the show. Isn't
I
she?
don't know. I haven't seen anything of her from the show.
Oh, weird.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna say, ladies and gentlemen, you need to make sure to check something out, but now I'm just far too high to remember what it was. I'm just looking at Jerry
Oh, I'm
Seinfeld dressed
sorry.
as a bee suspended over the.
Yeah, I just have that on while I'm prepping stuff.
Yeah, it works. It
Now-
works.
No, you did say, Tristan, you had a solid segue.
Oh,
Mhm.
that was back when we were on gaming.
Oh, yeah,
Remember
we
that?
were gonna
Remember
talk
when we
about
were on
Nintendo.
gaming?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
started briefly talking about Nintendo. Didn't we have
Well,
some Nintendo news?
Yeah, we have some we have a bunch of gaming stuff.
Yeah, there
Assassin's
is new Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, new Assassin's Creed got leaked the day before it was announced.
It's also woke.
Yep, two
Is
protagonists.
it?
One
It's also
is
woke.
Black Samurai.
Okay.
Which,
Yeah.
admittedly, I'm fucking hyped for Black Samurai.
Yeah, that's cool as
Well,
hell.
it's a
I-
real
I like
historical.
Why are people
black-
mad?
It's a historical real guy who was a black samurai, but
Yeah.
people think it's just like a woke
Oh
thing
yeah,
they're doing.
it's
There's a lot of
Huh?
people out there who outright just say that it's not true, that none of it's true, and it's all modern rewriting of history to make things woke.
yeah,
That's
That's an actual
stupid.
thing a lot of people believe,
it's
despite it being
exactly the
documented.
kind of dipshits that you think that it is.
Was that Ian Miles Chung? Whose tweet is this?
This is this
This
got
is the leak.
DMCA'd.
Yeah, it could not be
Yeah.
displayed. I just wanted to show that. It's kind of funny.
But then you can see the actual
The thing
cover
about-
art there.
The
Looks
thing
cool.
about this, and I like this idea.
Fucking
The way that this
together.
Assassin's Creed works is that each character, rather than having the same storyline and narrative like they've done for the last few games with male-female, instead, what it's going to be is he is more of like an outright brawler character with like the combat from Valhalla and like the other modern games, and
Aw,
she's going to be the
man.
assassin character.
But she's gonna be
I
I
more
wanted
like
to play as
Mirage.
him, but the good gameplay too, not bad gameplay.
I mean, Valhalla actually had pretty fun combat compared to.
It has okay combat. Most of it really is just one button. Let's be
I mean,
real.
yeah, but I like it more than Origins and Odyssey personally.
I like the idea of the game having
yeah.
like two different modes. That's cool. That's
Yeah,
always
'cause-
fun.
Me too. I like that too. It's a good compromise considering the big feedback towards Assassin's Creed recently has been there's not enough stealth and there's too much action. And then in the stealth game, Mirage, there was too much stealth with not enough other stuff. So like
This might be their way to find that. Oh yeah, they also
yeah.
this here. I don't.
What
I
was
don't.
this?
Yeah.
This is just like an entire game based around the worst level from Hitman 2016. Oh, I'm glad they canceled this.
Well, no, because here's two reasons why this is a bad idea. One, the Division, it kind of makes sense to go free to play with that series because it's kind of more of a Destiny like, and Destiny went free to play. This also, like, right now we're in a big trend of PvPvE games. Like, extraction shooters are blowing up.
Yeah.
The Division has extraction elements within it. Ubisoft literally just canceled a fucking moneymaker in my eyes. And also, who doesn't want to shoot people who live in Ohio? And that's where this game would have
It's gonna
taken
be
place.
Ohio.
This would have taken place in, like, well, it's Heartland, so I'm assuming it'd be Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky.
Oh,
wanna-
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I want to do a challenge sometime that's like playing a video game that's set in every one of the states. Because I doubt there's one for
Oh,
like
there's
Delaware or whatever. Maybe some weird indie game. There has to be something. Right?
there's some games that I mean technically Oregon Trail you could cover a lot of states technically, but
Yeah. Yeah. If you want to be cheeky about it.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm literally trying to think of a game set in Indiana. I can name movies, but could not tell
None
you
of the
games.
Indiana Jones games, unfortunately.
Sadly not.
Yeah.
Those should
No
be fucking,
tombs.
should
What
be
the fuck is this?
It's
Aliens?
it's the Covenant invading Florida. You know,
Ah,
Hell
finally.
average day.
Yeah, this is normal for Florida.
Coming for too long. It's been
Probably the best thing that happened to them that day.
yeah. They had it coming for a while.
Oh man.
I'm trying to think if there's any other gaming news.
Well, we talked about the Microsoft Xbox thing.
Yeah, we should
That was
quickly run that down again.
yeah.
Oh god, guys, guess by the way, guess who's our favorite recurring podcast guest who
Oh, boy.
is also talking about Yasuke from Assassin's Creed Shadows being
Ian
woke.
Miles Strong.
You know exactly who it is. Yeah.
No.
Nope.
Oh, Mark
No.
Kern.
Drums.
Yay!
Yeah. Oh god, what does dipshit say?
Well, I just saw somebody post update. They deleted it. Wikipedia editors have already altered Yasuke's entry. They did it just moments after I tweeted it, covering up for Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed Shadows. They did this with blah blah blah, and I mean, I guess there's some.
Send a link. I'll put it up on screen.
Okay, this is a link
You're saying
to
screen like it's
Grums. Grums here on Twitter. I guess that he's saying that they have changed the actual Wikipedia entry for Yasuke to more closely demonstrate that there's actually no evidence that Yasuke exists as a human being. Which, I mean, I guess it's possible the Wokes have just invented a new character in history. But that sounds
Okay.
suspicious. Apparently this was before.
Okay, so I'm assuming this was the original.
Yeah. And then now they've edited it because they've been caught in their woke lies. It's important to note that there are no historical writings or evidence that Yasuke was considered a samurai. He was never given a fief or
Yeah, they've
referred
now
to as
locked
one.
the page.
I mean, this is a
Can't
edit it
perfect.
anymore.
This is a perfect.
Gee, I wonder fucking why they locked the page.
Yeah, because he's talking about it being an edit war. There's someone there called Woke Moment, and it says, "We know how's going to win," and that's the woke editor. That's from Woke Moment on
That
Twitter,
is-
everyone.
That's a good tweet.
1984
tweet.
is another tweet.
Woke
Moments.
Who are you? Woke
Woke
moments.
Moments
verified?
bio says, "Shining a light on the crazy that we know as wokeness. DMs open for
with a
submissions."
cross.
Ooh,
cross
I
emoji.
really got it. I'm not doing that. Okay. Oh, if we weren't recording right now, I would have. Just be like send a stupid fucking DM.
You could always bookmark certain things. Is all I'm going.
You don't want to start a woke war with fucking. Well, actually, that would be very funny. Yeah, actually.
Yeah. Not like,
I'll be perfectly honest. If I started a war with Grums and got just a bunch of attention from his idiot people, that would just be engagement. So I mean, I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Stupid ass comments.
So I mean, he's talking about it being basically they're changing history to make it more woke, but it just sounds like basically there's a person who there's like some theories, like it sounds like the perfect type of character for an Assassin's Creed game where it's like a historical figure who maybe he was a samurai. There's some rumors.
It's also the game's a work of
Assassin's-
fiction.
Exactly.
Assassin's Creed has never been very historically accurate. They
Yeah.
start the very beginning of history in the Assassin's Creed universe is that there was just another race that were like superhumans, and they just came before us, and now they're all gone except for like a couple of family lines.
Yeah, it's like none of this shit actually makes any sense. It's not realistic.
There's fucking magic
I mean, Da
Shut the fuck
Vinci
up.
helps you to fly in the second game.
Yeah.
No,
I
but
don't know.
I'm pretty sure he also says
realistic.
Mamma Mia, which is great.
And there's a Mario,
Yeah.
which isn't a real person. That's not a name that people have.
Yeah, rest in
I-
peace. Rest in
Yeah,
peace.
it's just- And then there's a bunch of people going on, like, trying to just make the point of, like, you guys are only mad because it's a black person.
Yep.
Because people are pointing out, like, no one said anything when Neo came out. No one says anything whenever Tom Cruise plays The Last Samurai, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
Yeah.
but now it's a whole thing, you know?
Yeah, I don't understand.
I mean, I'm trying to find a way because I feel like this dude will eventually like try to sue one day. The nicest way I'll say this is he has not delivered anything on his actual video game that he's totally working on for real, guys. Haha.
Oh yeah, because he's meant to have been working on something for years now.
Yeah.
This basically sounds like Shogun, but with a black guy.
Yeah. This fucking like. I don't really care if here's my other take. I also don't care if this guy existed or not. I just hope this game's fucking cool.
Yeah,
That's what
genuine.
I want.
I was gonna say, I just hope this game is fun. And,
No, that's-
Like fucking Ezio Auditore didn't exist. Altair Ibn
Yeah.
Laha didn't exist. Fucking
No.
Like
all of the Kenways,
Yeah.
they didn't
the
exist.
series is about fucking taking a knife and stabbing people. That's all
Although
I care
to be
about.
fair, they are talking about it in a sense that's more than just like video games. It's they're talking about like changing history to be more woke. Essentially, is the idea here.
That's even
Yeah.
more embarrassing.
Here's the thing: a lot
I feel
of
it's
like
more
history has
embarrassing.
been written down for a long time. That's why it's called fucking history. It
Yeah,
happened back
history.
then.
If you can go back and look at sources and shit, well, first off, Wikipedia shouldn't be your source of information. First off, you should be reading the sources it links through.
Yeah.
It's basically a
Yeah.
summary of information. If you don't go past that, it's kind of your fault on research.
I think it's really cool that this entire bit just doesn't have a source.
Yeah, no source to it. Like,
Yeah.
it's
There's
just them
source for
saying
this
it's
bit.
important to note that there's no, but you're not like sourcing anything that talks about that or discusses that. You're just
Source for
stating
that.
your opinion there.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because literally, if you take that out, the article just says most of our knowledge. It's like it basically says the same thing. Literally, like
Well, it was. Yeah, that was just a part of the sentence. I guess they just didn't highlight it like that.
Yeah.
okay, but yeah, no, you could literally, yeah, if you remove all of that, yeah, honestly, the original version's better. This version here is better because it makes more sense. It's literally trimming the fat.
Yeah.
Oh my god, these fucking people, Jesus
You can
Christ!
put it in a different section. You can say like, although there
Yeah.
are many claims, blah blah, in a different section. It doesn't have to be right there.
Yeah, like make a new section like
Criticisms.
criticism. Yeah.
Jesus fucking
Yeah.
Christ.
A lot of the time you'd have that. No, I mean this guy just really wants to be the big fellow, and people are letting him be that way. I guess we are too by talking about him, but he's just constantly.
Well, yeah, but we'd be
we're
talking, we'd be
making
making fun of him even if we'd be making fun of him even if we weren't on camera, you know?
Yeah,
Just true.
I
We
mean,
make fun of him
yeah.
extensively during Halo night. So.
honestly, that fucking
Yeah.
the whole Firefall situation is so fucking funny. Omega 64 videos now on both the Firefall situation, just a recap of that, and then their Stellar Blade video. That's some good shit.
Yeah, I heard about their Stellar Blade video.
Oh yeah.
Speaking
Absolutely.
of
It's really
speaking of
fucking good.
being fired and falling, how about Microsoft?
Oh boy.
Yeah. So,
Give me 1 sec.
oh boy.
Where did Tristan go? He's dead.
Yep. I
Well,
guess-
Tristan's gone, everybody.
Hang on.
Tristan's dead, everybody.
rest in
Yeah,
peace.
I'm dying. I'm just setting things up again. I forgot. where my
Tristan,
display-
shut up! You're dead. Tristan's dead.
Listen,
Tristan's dead.
listen, okay? You know, sometimes you just want to be a hologram, you know?
There you
Yeah.
go.
Slowly blended in. You might even change the color to the same as the background. There we
Nah,
go.
don't worry about it. I'm just a red hologram. You know, we exist. Nah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I just had to move something real quick.
Um.
So yeah,
Yeah, the Microsoft stuff is crazy. It's
I
a
see you.
case of like
I was muting my.
clearly they didn't really know what they were getting themselves into, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we talked
Your
extensively
sneeze.
last time. Someone sneezed?
Hmm?
Hmm?
I'm confused.
I don't know.
What?
We
Am I like
talked.
behind?
you might
I
be a
don't know.
little
If
behind.
Gabe mentioned someone sneezing. I don't know what's going on.
Oh.
I we talked pretty extensively last time
I'm
about
gonna hop out and
Xbox.
back in.
Oh,
All
oh, oh,
right.
Oh.
whoop!
All right,
He's back.
There
He's
we go.
hopped out and
Should be
back
better now.
in.
should be.
Love
All
that.
right.
Yeah,
Professional show.
We talked pretty extensively last time about how Microsoft is fucked and how they've
Yeah.
fucked up Rare for like 20 years and how they've continued to bumble every company that they have.
Yeah.
And yeah, they had the recent stuff that happened there. None of it is
Yeah.
very
So
good.
they closed down a bunch of studios, all of whom I've forgotten except that one Arcane studio and Tango GameWorks, which
Okay,
that
so
was rough.
there was Alpha Dog Studios, which was a mobile game arm that did Mighty Doom. There was Roundhouse Studios that got merged into ZeniMax Online, so they're still around. They're just now.
One of them is called Games, by the way, like Alpha Dog Games, I
Yeah,
think it
that's
is.
one. Yeah.
It's
They
Alpha
fucked
Dog
up the
Games,
name.
yeah.
When they sent out the email basically telling them that their company was destroyed, they fucked up the name of the company that they were telling was no longer in existence. And so now all of the articles are like Alpha Dog Studios or whatever, and they've just gotten it completely wrong.
Yeah.
So good for them. Thank you, Microsoft.
Really fun.
Then Arcane Austin, who has made like Dishonored 1 and 2 and Redfall, which, you know, say what you will about Redfall, but they don't deserve to be closed for that. It
They
was
made one of the best stealth games ever, and they didn't even want to make Redfall.
yeah, and honestly,
Yeah, basically.
I mean, they were still working on it until they closed. They still were gonna finish it up. I mean, that's something.
Oh, actually, just a few days ago, there was some movement on like I don't know what it was, like the GitHub or whatever for Redfall's
Yeah,
patch thing.
the
Like,
Steam repositories.
yeah, just a couple
It
days
was
ago, someone was working on
SteamDB,
it.
yeah.
Which I
Not
mean,
anymore.
again, the game isn't great, but it should have still been able to have seen like the finish line. You know,
People bought it. You know, they
Yeah.
deserved a good version of it.
it's like it should have got that knockout patch. It should have
Yeah.
knocked the DLC out at least. I mean, people are getting refunds for it, so that's something, I guess, but that's not really enough, I think. But
No.
It's good. That's great. Like, yeah.
yeah, then Tango GameWorks, who have made fantastic games. Hi-Fi Rush.
Yeah, that one, man, that's sad.
Hi-Fi Rush was like one of my fucking game of the years last year. It's a fun game. It's now on PlayStation. I'll recommend people pick it up if you haven't.
And it was apparently a big success for Microsoft too. Like they came
Everyone
out
loves
and
it.
well, everyone loved it. It was a critical success, but they've also specifically said that it was a financial, like it was a, it was a success for them.
Yeah.
And they also
Several times,
specifically said that they weren't going to close the studio that they closed. So
yeah,
Microsoft just sucks a lot. Microsoft sucks a lot.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's what we learned.
This
Yeah.
Utopia. It's clearly like I don't know how to describe it other than they overextended with the Activision Blizzard purchase, it seems, and now they're being forced to cull things that they even like. There's an interview of Sarah Bond during Bloomberg's recent like Business Week thing, and you can tell when she's asked why they closed Tango, does not have a fucking reason why, because there is no reason why. Effectively, it's just
He goes on like a minute and a half rant about nothing.
Yeah, it's fucking tragic, man. And the sad thing is, like, first off, Tango was Microsoft's only foothold in Japan. and
Yeah,
they've
that was-
been they've been
Tango, for those that don't know, that was the company that was headed up by Shinji Mikami, the Resident
Evil
Evil guy.
Within, Evil
Yeah.
Within, Hi-Fi Rush, Ghostwire Tokyo.
Yeah, that was the other big one.
yeah, and
And yeah, people that was like, I mean, Microsoft doesn't have a lot of fucking exclusives or anything, you know? And so
Yeah.
for that to be one of the companies that actually was pumping out some hits for them, and they just fucking gut them like a fish.
So speaking of Tango,
yeah.
you know, it's good that they at least released the cover for Evil Within 3.
Oh yeah.
Good God.
Oh
Oh,
whoops.
there he is.
Yeah, it's really him, John Evil Within.
yeah. No, this looks like something out of fucking Layers of Fear.
Yeah,
Like, this
he
is
went
A
in the
lot of
thumbnail.
people have
Yeah.
a lot of people have very rightfully said Elden Ring moment, you
Body-
know.
body
Yeah.
video.
Someone's
load.
even someone's even fucking telling about the video. I like it.
I would say Bloodborne, but yeah,
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I've set my
Dude, I-
set my mood as so.
I thought somebody called Bloober Team and was like, "Hey, we need whoever made those fucking portraits in Layers of Fear, get them on this bitch." Because swear to God, this looks like something out of one of those games.
I like how fucked it is, though.
Oh,
it looks like it's
absolutely.
made of meat or something. Like,
It looks
why
like
is
it's
them
made out of
fingers?
his. It looks
Yeah,
like it's made
yeah.
out of his blood.
It's
Yeah,
so
like
fleshy.
the blood, the blood of all the fucking corpses. The
Oh, dude,
fucking royal family stands upon. I don't know.
I've compared a
It's
few
symbolism.
things
I'm
to
sure
this.
it is.
I've compared a few things to this, but it reminds me of the Metallica Load and Reload covers that are like piss and blood and shit and cum mixed
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this literally looks like
They-
him and the blood of all of his
they made it
rip
out of
boys
this
to keep him
mixture.
alive, you know? Like,
It's been made by the
This is
mixture.
This isn't
See,
the one who couldn't
there's
have
the
been a
cum.
pedophile because he
Here's the
doesn't.
shit.
Yeah, it's
No,
all
no,
over
no.
there.
no.
It's his son.
That's
Yeah.
his son, right?
Andrew.
That was just
This is the one who was waiting to be king for like his whole life and then got cancer immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Like,
Right.
and then he started taking potions. Yeah.
Well, now he has a
Yeah.
picture of Dorian Gray over here. I'm sure he'll live forever. It'll be great.
That's him. That's him. He's in the He's in the portrait right now.
yeah. If you put a
It's
video
one of those
It's
camera,
a
Harry
moment
Potter-
in time.
oh yeah,
It's one of those Harry Potter paintings.
you
Yeah.
put a video camera in front of it and it starts slowly moving its lips over a decade and it's screaming "Help me" slowly. I can see that being.
It's Gallifrey and it's time lock.
Oh,
Doctor Who video number 2 coming soon.
hell
Coming
yeah!
soon. I still
Coming
haven't
soon.
seen the new episodes, but I've seen some
I've seen
mostly
the first
positive.
one.
I've seen mostly positive reception, but then there's been the obvious it's woke now, and then there's been some people saying that they don't
Fucking
like
pronouns.
Yeah, some people saying they don't quite like the new characterization of 15, but
See,
you
the-
know,
The thing I like about the new characterization of 15 is he feels like it finally feels like the Doctor is unburdened, which like
yeah, he went
you know,
to therapy and all that.
honestly, every one of them since 9 has had this kind of like you feel the weight upon their shoulders. Even
Oh, yeah.
even
Especially
13.
9.
Well, even like 13, like you can still like see the weight of everything still on her shoulders. But
Yeah.
like the thing about this new Doctor, he feels more childlike, he feels more innocent. It's kind of a nice, refreshing tone.
Yeah, he's vibing.
Yeah,
Everything
I
here.
was saying the other day, like it's like he's now carefree, but almost a little bit too carefree, and he has to start
Yeah.
figuring out how to rein himself in. 'Cause he keeps making these mistakes or having these little moments where it's like even he seems to question like, should I have done that? So
Yeah.
you know, we'll see how they handle it throughout the season.
That's pretty
but
interesting.
That's kind of what I like about it, though, is that he's like kind of putting the training wheels are back on a little bit. You know, he's kind of relearning the
Exactly,
motions.
Yeah,
I mean,
figuring
I
himself
really-
out a bit.
I really liked him in the Christmas special, so
Yeah.
I'm excited to see him more of him.
The only thing
I think he's just as good. I think he's just as good here.
the only thing I don't
We should
yeah.
Yeah, more discussion.
Yeah,
will come
I-
soon.
we should wait until the Doctor Who part 2
We haven't even gotten it. For those that haven't listened to part 1, we went through the classic series all the way up to wow, Gabe's like half disappeared. It was great. Oh god, he's vanishing into the wall. There he is.
There we go.
We got all the way up to just before Matt Smith, and then we decided that we had so many things to say about Matt Smith and how great he is that we decided to cut it off there. And so, oh hey, the room is going fucking mental. Look
Yeah,
at
I'm gonna set it to like. Yeah.
Ooh.
All of us are having moments.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we had way too much to say.
My
we had way too much to say.
The only thing I will give one last point on is I really don't like the Doctor's new sonic screwdriver. It's my only nitpick. I really don't like it.
I dig it. I dig it.
Oh, I don't
remember
mind it. I
thinking
don't
it was
care.
weird, but I don't remember.
I'm
Like-
willing to admit it's probably just me. I don't like it personally.
I get it. Like having the cylindrical design is very easy to point, very easy to like noodle about with.
I'm more a fan of essentially the vape design is what I'm gonna call it. The vape design.
Yeah, like
Most modern
Then you can make
vapes.
a sonic screwdriver vape. That would be great. Like, look at that. That would be a perfect vape.
Yeah, dude, look at this. Because I refashioned this one with an old tank mod that I had. So effectively,
Yeah, that
this.
looks like a sonic screwdriver. Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. It just
well,
needs
it's like
to have.
it's like you could do it like a cigar. You could like
Yeah.
do the bottom and then have it like, you know.
I
You
like
see what I'm
it.
getting at?
Yeah,
Yeah.
someone needs to make something like that.
I got so many goddamn vapes.
But Doctor Who is back and it's woke.
Yeah.
Yeah, sad. Unfortunately,
Of course it is.
Unfortunately.
Not like it hasn't been woke before. You know?
yeah,
Like, this is the
as
first
it's
time.
been for nearly 60 years.
Clearly
probably.
never.
Well, no,
I know what you're
actually,
talking
no, I'd say it's been.
I
woke
mean,
since
I
the
always
start.
take exception to the whole thing has always been woke just because it's like socially aware, because it's like, it was definitely different when it was doing that sort of thing back in the day. But then I say that and I remember they have a whole episode back in Sylvester McCoy's era that's just like directly shitting on Margaret Thatcher for like
I love that.
Which is fucking
segments.
based.
Yeah, I mean, I remember
And
that was an
moments.
episode. People really didn't like that episode, but then I think it's been like people have warmed up to it over time or something.
Yeah,
I
'cause-
remember
Yeah,
seeing.
it's
I
one
remember
of those
seeing
that's a lot
that
of
guy
fun.
with the glasses related video that was like, "This is one of the worst episodes ever," and that's what I remembered of it. But yeah, no, people.
Man,
Hi, Film Brain.
we cannot stay on gaming.
No, we
No.
cannot. No.
But yeah, we were
no, we
talking
can't.
about Xbox and stuff.
Yeah.
There's also the Helldivers thing.
Yeah.
Make sure everything doesn't fall.
I'll really quickly to knock out my feelings on the Microsoft thing. It's baffling how they can fuck this up this easily. You've got so many different you've got so many IPs. So many IPs that you could easily just make money off of.
Possibly the most IPs.
Yeah.
Ever. When you think about it.
Yeah, if you like just if you look at the big three, they're the ones with the most acquisitions.
They've also they've now got
Yeah.
Call of Duty, which is a fucking money printing machine. They've got Gears of War, they've got Halo, they've got like so many other big different franchises, Banjo,
All
everything
Blizzard
Rare's done.
stuff.
All the
All of
Blizzard
these-
stuff.
All of these companies are obsessed with making all of the money that they can at once.
Yeah.
And none of them are willing to make just like a new. Like, there's supposedly a new Perfect Dark coming, but it's been supposedly coming for like a fucking decade.
The rumors on that's actually like slated for next year. Like it's it's apparently finishing
Yeah,
up
like we'll
development.
see it in July or whatever.
I don't know.
I think we'll see
Like,
it.
Every now and then they put something out like Battletoads, the reboot of it, which people didn't really like, and I get maybe it wasn't very good, but it's like, at least it's just sort of like a mid to low budget game, they put something out. And that's what I mean, is like you've got all these fucking brands, these franchises.
Well, it's like recently some of the stuff I would praise them for is shit like Pentiment, which that's Obsidian letting Obsidian and Joss Sawyer just go nuts and make a cheat and Grounded. they've given Obsidian so much fucking leeway recently, and they've again put out shit like Hi-Fi Rush, which was successful. They said it was.
Nobody understands it. Everybody, by every metric, that game was successful. So
It's like Arcane Austin, like Redfall, it wasn't great. I mean, like that's being nice to it even, but like they shouldn't get closed for that game. They shouldn't get closed for that.
not when Microsoft like made them make the game. That
Yeah,
was
it's
not
like
their choice.
I still think they should have let them retool that into something more like an immersive sim, because I mean, vampires, immersive sim, you could do a lot of cool shit with that. What we got was not, it wasn't what anyone wanted.
Yeah.
Like, and I really tried to give it my all. I played through that fucking game, and I can't recommend it to anybody. I would say it's a 3 out of 10 if I had to really rate it. It's not a fun experience. Visually, it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
But again, they don't deserve to be shuttered for that.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's a game that was a failure, but you've got games that were successful that are, the companies are also getting shut down. And it's like, I don't know what the fuck to expect, from
It's
them.
like anyone could go at this point.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
At this point, you have to think, if you're like, if you're not like, I mean, Rare, they'll probably stay around because Sea of Thieves is successful. 343, they've had 3 fuck ups. They'll stay around somehow. But if you're Undead Labs and you're making State of Decay 3, you've got to hope that thing sells 10 million copies, or you're fucked. Even then, you might still actually be fucked. Like,
you might.
But they're also,
it's like, even in games, it's like Doom should kind of be on hiatus now, considering the end of Doom Eternal. Like, Doom should kind of be on a break, and they should be able to work on other stuff. But apparently, their next game is another Doom game.
But the rumor is it's Doom
doesn't
Year
sell
Zero.
as well for some reason. Oh, okay.
That's strange.
Yeah.
But like, if it doesn't sell as well as Doom Eternal,
it's like,
or better,
then what's gonna happen to
who knows what could happen?
I mean, I was saying last time,
games. What's gonna happen to machine games?
when we started recording last time, I said something to the effect of like this, because they specifically said they weren't going to close Tango, and then they did. And then Tango was a successful, Hi-Fi Rush was a popular game. They were doing good. There was no reason for them to do it, but they did. And my thing was like, it indicates to me some kind of like corporate restructuring or some kind of shit. Like Square Enix is another gaming story where I guess they're like scaling back on their AAA games that they're making. They're no longer.
They're kind of actually scaling down more on the smaller games, and they're also they're focusing on multi-platform instead of.
I feel like
exclusivity.
I feel like maybe some of the initial articles I saw were like misleading then, because
I think some of them were
were
mistranslated.
It made it sound like they were
kind of misleading. Yeah.
Yeah, it made them sound like they were like pulling back on making that, maybe like other sort of big budget like Final Fantasy type games, but no, I mean, I guess the idea is they're actually going to be pulling back on stuff like Forspokens and shit like that.
And some of like the HD 2D games, like Live Alive and shit like that.
Aw, man,
that's a shame.
Yeah,
well, the problem is they're in the middle of working on Dragon Quest 3 HD.
Yep. I think that's still in production, and Dragon Quest 12.
And Dragon Quest 12 is still being worked on.
Dragon Quest is Dragon Quest. It'll probably be fine.
Yeah, they're never not going to make Dragon Quest. That prints money.
It's like,
but on the other hand, Chrono Trigger to HD 2D, maybe not.
Yeah. You're going to see less Live Alives, Dia Field Chronicle, name another one. Anything Star Ocean.
Octopath Traveler?
So many.
But anything Star Ocean, you're probably never seeing again.
Yeah,
Chief.
Octopath.
Yeah.
Like that's a series that does
Octopath
not
3 because Octopath was so big.
Octopath we'll probably see again, but
Octopath is pretty popular. Star Ocean is one that'll probably be dead.
Yes,
although people really did like that new remake that they did.
I liked it, but I liked what I played of it, but I guarantee you, that's if that's a franchise we're not seeing until like after next generation. Switch 3, we'll see another Star Ocean game.
Well, speaking of
Yeah.
Switch 3,
Oh yeah.
I made a great pivot there, didn't I?
Yeah.
Switch 2.
Nintendo announced in a tweet that for the next fiscal year we're getting a Switch 2. Which,
yeah, just in a tweet, they just kind of dropped it.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
wasn't
just said,
even the
hey.
main gist of the tweet. It was just like,
yeah, there's that. Also, we're doing a Nintendo Direct. Lol, see you later. Is basically
I still think I still think that it was like a fiscal year, like end of fiscal year, we're required to get this announcement out based on our schedule, so we're just gonna drop it. That's my suspicion of it still, because it was way too low key for Nintendo.
that, and
Yeah.
also like like early dev kits are probably going to start going into platform like Ubisoft and
We've
you know,
already heard about that, yeah.
but I mean they probably went to already to like select developers, like the really trusted ones, but now
Yeah,
that
like,
it's probably
I'm,
going to
I'm sure
Monolith Soft.
Capcom had a fucking
Yeah.
had a prototype of this shit ages ago.
they got to see if they
Oh,
could put the new
Capcom's
Monster
like-
Hunter
Yeah,
in
Monolith
there. But-
Capcom's fucking
all
massive.
the Nintendo
But now this is probably going to like
Studio.
places like
Game Freak probably got
Konami
one
and
now.
Atlas and all them.
Yeah.
So it's
Oh, yeah.
like we probably should announce, hey, we're doing Switch 2 because people are going to start leaking shit
Please,
soon.
Well,
please clap.
The suspicion is
Switcheroo.
now because
Yeah.
yes,
Switch
the switcheroo. The suspicion now is because Pokemon ZA is coming out in 2025. People are suspecting that
yeah.
it'll be
Cross
like the last
ZA.
couple gens, where it'll be their crossover game. Where like it'll be on Switch 1 and it will also have like a slightly enhanced version on Switch 2 probably. Because there's no reason for them to be releasing a new Pokemon game in 2025 with an unannounced release date, while also
Yeah.
dropping the Switch the same year and not tie it in at least a little, you know?
There's a lot of speculation that basically it'll be a 3DS style cartridge system where if you got Switch carts, they'll go in perfectly fine, but we'll call it Switch 2 cart will have like a little tab that can't go in a normal Switch console.
Exactly, yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah,
That's what I've seen a lot of people thinking.
Oh yeah.
Let's if they go with carts. I mean, I assume they would.
I think they're gonna. I mean, they're gonna.
It's been
keep
working
the Switch,
well.
They're gonna keep the Switch
Yeah.
format also.
It has.
Like, I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
can't really make a disk drive that portable.
True,
No, well, the PSP
No.
tried it.
Yeah.
Tried.
So we
I
were
honestly-
talking last time. We were
Oh.
talking last time about how the Switch, when it came out, it was like trying to compete with, Xbox and
Yeah.
PlayStation and all of that. And nowadays, he doesn't have it visually ready
Yeah.
for the prop.
I gotta get
Nowadays, he's going for water. Nowadays, the Switch is no longer competing with like I mean, nothing's competing with Xbox. It's dead. But I like that even Bane wouldn't argue about that. Really, like Bane. I don't think Bane would make.
No,
like,
he
a
was just
huge,
like, yeah.
Xbox is dead. Whatever. Bane is like the biggest shill for Xbox, and he doesn't even give a shit anymore. But Nintendo's not really fighting with the consoles anymore. They're fighting with what Bane's got right there.
Yes. ROG Ally. Stuff like
And
this.
Steam Deck.
And like
Yeah.
Yes.
And
on
for
the Sony
comparison,
side of
since we had
things-
a comparison last time, for comparison, it's kind
Oh
of
yeah.
you can't really see it that well, but still. Actually, hang on.
No, you can see well enough.
There you go.
There we go. That's a bit better.
Yeah.
And then on the
It
Sony
looks
side
so
of
fucking
things,
similar
like,
to ROG Ally. It's like basically identical.
Yeah, it feels like a ripoff.
it's so similar.
I like it.
Sony, the current guy who's the interim president of Sony is now stepping down because he was only the interim one, and they're promoting Herman Holst to like the head of studios, and then promoting another guy to be the head of platforms. So like he'll be the guy who handles all the third-party stuff and all of the assorted platforms that Sony goes to, while Herman Holst is the one who organizes like the actual first-party Sony studios, the games, ideas for film and TV, all that stuff.
Yeah, because apparently they fucked up
Which I
real
think is actually a
hard.
great idea.
This previous guy fucked up real hard with Helldivers is the thing.
Yeah, well, the plan they had
Yeah,
for
like
it.
I'm sure he would have stuck around longer if he had it.
Oh yeah,
So, Helldivers, yeah.
yeah.
Good segue.
Man,
We
hell,
want to take a little break.
Yeah, let's take like 5.
all right, I can
Sure.
pause. All right, we're
All right.
pausing this
Yeah,
recording.
I
And we're back. How you doing, folks?
We had a little
Whatever.
break. Hello, everybody.
Also, I pulled out V's without bringing them up to you when I was going to bring them up to you, Gabe.
The cooler Tristan is here now.
Oh shit!
Hey, what's up?
Also,
I'm the
Gabe
cooler
is-
Tristan.
Bane
Gonna
is
smoke
an
a
en-
whole bunch more.
Bane is an entirely different shirt now.
Yeah.
Also,
Repping
Yeah.
some Ugandan soft ground wrestling merch. Go check them out on YouTube. It's a shout
Hell
out.
yeah, brother.
I check out anything Lord White has done. So they
Wrestle.
they have a British colonizing heel for their Ugandan
Nice.
wrestling, and it's the best thing ever. We could play a clip, but we
I
are
keep fucking seeing these things.
looking at the time. Probably don't have the kind of time.
Yeah,
for that.
we have like 30 minutes before we all have to
Yeah.
stop
So,
doing this shit.
Mm.
So segue. Right. Segue.
Yes.
Real quick actually, I have another like second mini segue. I guess we're just gonna throw out the James Somerton
We
shit.
were gonna
Yeah,
talk
James
about-
Somerton showed Hole while he was like posting his internet suicide note. That's all you really need to know.
I mean,
that's good.
that's a level of horny I kind of respect. You know,
it's a good
That's
one.
something
I
you
don't-
need.
Classic move.
Guess who's back?
back
Back
Back again. Oh yeah, forgot to do that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this
Bandom.
motherfucker got
I don't know
unbanned.
about this.
Wow.
Milo Yiannopoulos, you don't know him?
Oh, of course. I was just looking at him actually. I was trying to decide if I should make him my background.
By the way, I love the
Nice.
photo that he chose of himself. It's like you haven't looked
Rosy
like
cheeks.
you haven't looked like that in a decade, Bucko. Post a real photo.
I don't know what he looks like now. I remember
Worse.
when he looked like
he
that.
looks like
A friend of the channel.
yeah.
Friend
Yeah.
of the channel, Milo Yiannopoulos.
Technically,
Yeah.
Very, very close friend of us, yes.
yeah.
Big time best buddy.
Hey, a friend of the channel, Mercedes Carrera. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't
yeah,
know which one is worse,
dang.
frankly.
that was a
You
quick
know-
throwaway.
Can we just talk about how the fact the FBI probably has a photo of my penis?
Oh god, probably.
Well,
Yeah.
probably a few.
Yeah, at least a couple.
Oh god, I'm going to hell. Oh,
Halo composer running for Congress intends to win because he's a gamer.
I forgot about this. Yeah.
Marty O'Donnell
Thank
just
you, Marty.
he needs to give up, dude.
Well, we talked about this at one point, and the thing about him is that his campaign is like the most boring fucking. It's
Yeah.
just like immigration. It's like
Yeah,
standard, like Ohio senator or whatever.
There's one line in here that's fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, hold on. First up, if you go up a little bit, I'm a
The
little
Taco
bit
article.
no. I'm a little bit Reagan and I'm a little bit rock and roll. What the fuck does that mean?
That's a good quote.
It means that he
a
hates
very
black
good
people
quote.
and he fucks children. And until he clarifies.
Come on,
Until you clarify,
please.
Mr. O'Donnell, I have to fucking move my
Clarify.
camera again.
Which
Yeah,
part
there
of
we
that is Reagan and which part of that is rock and roll?
Well, that's
It's up to interpretation.
that's like saying
Because like
I'm a little bit country and
Red Hot Chili Peppers, like
I
What
would
did they
I was
do?
not aware of that actually.
I wouldn't say.
Damn.
I mean, despite what Anthony Kiedis likes to do with underage girls,
Oh.
or young girls, I should
Claw,
say.
are you unfamiliar with the song? Was it Church Schoolgirls Rule?
I think so.
Well, you know, a lot of
Catholic
those rock
schoolgirls
people,
rule.
Congress.
a
Oh,
lot of those rock star people have some questionable histories. David Bowie is one. What I
Oh,
see happening in
absolutely, yeah.
Congress is like a walk in the park compared to making Halo 2.
That's a very good quote.
What a funny thing for a funny man to say.
I don't know how to describe this other than Marty O'Donnell is a deeply unserious person. Holy shit.
Guys, please! I helped make Halo. Please vote for me.
Like,
Tristan, I think if you get the right angle, you could pretend that you're the original Jeff the Killer image. If you get the right angle and you do that.
have a breakfast.
Actually,
yeah, dude,
we're gonna have to test. We're gonna.
Oh no!
This
just
is
float it
Please
around.
don't. I don't want to
see what
become known
happens.
as that. It's.
That's fair.
Oh,
That's fair.
come on.
You don't want to be Jeff the Killer too?
No, I don't. I just want to. I just
What
want
about
to
his
grill
little
and be
brother
funny.
Lou?
I'm just so baffled. Like, we shouldn't want a congressman describing his future job as like, yeah, I made a video game. I'm pretty sure I know how to write a bill in Congress. It's like, no, we should feel a deep shame that we're even like considering this. This is embarrassing.
Also,
You know what?
Sorry.
Know what? Go ahead.
He was just a composer, right?
Yeah.
Oh, well, he was also sound
Sound
designer.
guy,
I mean,
yeah.
it was probably the least stressful
Okay.
part of that entire
Yeah.
fucking development cycle. Maybe
I mean,
I
besides
was gonna
voice
say
actor.
he didn't make Halo 2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
he just
you-
wrote the
you
fucking
worked a
Mjolnir
part of-
mix, which is a banger, but still,
Yeah.
geez, know your role,
Well,
buddy.
To be fair, he's not saying he would be completely fixing Congress. I think he's saying he would play the same role in fixing America that he played in making Halo 2, which, I mean, like, would indicate that he would do a really good job, I guess, because he was a really good composer, but I just don't see it happening.
Yeah, but
I don't think I see it
Yeah.
happening.
But it is one of those things. The skill set, it's like there's no like. Yeah, you would not take someone who like works in like the trash department at a fucking like. You wouldn't. I'm trying to work.
I mean,
this properly.
Reagan was an actor,
I'm a little
but
high.
like an
Yeah.
actor
I
is more
understand.
closely transferable than like a composer.
Yeah,
I can
I'm a
lie on
composer.
camera.
Yeah, I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger was the governor of California for years.
and honestly,
True.
if we could have, we would have made him a president, but he wasn't born here, so.
In fact, if you look up Arnold Schwarzenegger, he doesn't come up as actor or bodybuilder. His official title is former governor of California.
Oh yeah,
True.
supersedes all.
Exactly.
We genuinely would have made him
I
a
don't know.
president if we could have.
But like, Ronald Reagan, even Ronald Reagan, who's less of a big deal before his politics career than
Yeah.
he was.
He started in movies where he was opposite of Monkey, and the monkey was out
Monkey.
acting him.
Yeah. But even then, people still knew of him, and he was like, I think, reasonably successful as an actor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a little
well, it's
bit
also
more
like-
so than Marty O'Donnell.
But it's also like Dwayne Johnson was like, "Oh, haha, you guys,
Yeah.
man, I would run for president if people said that they would want that." He keeps like dropping these things where it's like, "I could
So-
totally run for president, guys. I could."
So
totally do it."
Dwayne Johnson, famous bottle pisser,
Yep.
he says he thinks he can run the
Uh,
Oval Office.
Oh yeah.
I don't need
Yeah,
him to be in the
he's-
fucking
He
White
took the
House.
Gatorade
He's
bottle
already in
to the White
every.
House.
He's already in every movie. He doesn't need to be in the fucking White House too.
He would. I mean, he
Just,
would
just
fucking.
go
He
star
would
in a
sweep.
movie where you're the White House guy. Come on.
Yeah, but you could
just
you
the
could
Tooth
actually
Fairy
White
in
House guy.
office.
you could actually do that and then star in an
Hey,
autobiographical
there's the
film.
White House guy.
Star in a film
So,
about
We
Uh,
could
yourself.
by
call
the
it
way-
the White House guy.
Yeah.
By the way, unrelated thing. Speaking of White House guy, did you guys know that there is a remake? There's an animated Seth MacFarlane remake of the 1970s TV series Good Times.
Oh
And
yeah.
it is apparently deeply offensive, and black people are not having it. They're not happy with it.
Oh shit.
Really?
Yeah, it's apparently not hitting.
Oh my god.
So he's
J-
so he's not
JB
king of the black
Smoove.
people.
JB Smoove plays the main guy, and I don't know anybody else in it, but yeah, it's specifically apparently there's a
Yeah,
one
it
of them
sounds
has
like
a
it'd be
crack.
casting.
One of them has a baby who deals crack. So it's very sensible of the times.
Oh my god, it stars Cree Summer as well, who's in a tons of stuff. Yvette Nicole Brown, a bunch of people. Who created it?
Apparently not good.
Renata Shep.
Is he like VP?
Yeah,
That's good.
I've never heard of the people who actually write it.
I mean, I
Seth MacFarlane is credited as one of the main people. This is being looked at as like his new Cleveland show.
Is he like
Except
executive
He just
producing or
produced
something?
it.
I think so
He just
because
executive produced it. Yeah.
yeah, because
But, I mean,
because
it's
it's
even
not
named.
he's not actually making it, but people I was seeing point out like this one actually has like Cleveland show was all white people making it apparently.
Yeah.
I mean the voice actors, not all of them, but this one there are like black writers and stuff, but it's still apparently just a lot of like really offensive tropes and stuff. So
Mostly like
it's
stereotypes.
somehow still just
One of
like
the
bothering a lot of people.
One of the producers is Norman Lear, who's the guy who produced the original. He
He's
produced
like
it before he
dead,
died.
isn't he? Yeah, I guess he
Produced
would
it
have.
before he died, I guess. Yeah.
That's
There's like 5
unfortunate.
executive producers. One of them worked on Solar Opposites, which is Justin Roiland's other TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of them is Seth MacFarlane, and one of them is the guy and one of them is Steph Curry.
Oh shit.
Steph Curry?
I was like, what has this guy Stephen Curry made? And then I saw his picture, and I was like, oh, it's literally just Steph Curry.
Yeah, it's like,
yeah.
I was like, all right, Steven, okay.
Interesting. Okay.
Kind of blends
Yeah,
in.
I saw a couple videos about it. It also doesn't look very like the animation looks pretty bad. It's like low key a new Velma, but most people are not aware of it, so it's not really.
Well, no, new Velma is Velma season 2, which came out like a month ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are you excited for Velma season 3?
It looks fucking dreadful.
We're
It had
getting
the
Velma season
exciting.
3.
I'm sure we will. Yeah, season 2 had it spoiled before it came out that there was going to be Scrappy Doo as the surprise evil villain who kills Velma.
Oh, real fucking original. Scrappy Doo's the villain.
It turned out to be the actual
Stole
plot.
that from fucking James Gunn.
Yeah.
How do you
literally stole that from James Gunn?
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, makes sense. Nobody likes Scrappy Doo. It's fucking.
By the way, shoutouts to
of a dumpster, you know?
I believe it's called Guess Who Scooby Doo, where it's Scooby Doo with a bunch of like random celebrity guest stars.
Yeah,
and
because like
some of
Weird
them are
Al was
like
one.
Ricky Gervais, Wanda Sykes.
I consider that
Jim
Supernatural.
Gaffigan.
I consider that
like half of the
episode 1 too.
Half of the fucking cast of the Pop Tart movie basically is on that show.
It's Scooby Doo and Guess Who. I remember this one. This one was kind of fun actually because it was just like random guest stars.
Yeah, I learned about it recently, and I'm just like, why is like Weird Al and then Abraham Lincoln? I think is one too. It's some weird.
Well, no, there's in order.
Sykes.
There's a really great order of 3 of them, which is in this order. Actually, it's even more. Urkel.
Oh shit! Jaleel.
Sorry. Penn and Teller, Urkel, Jim Gaffigan, Weird Al, and then Sia.
Oh god!
Yeah,
wow.
If I remember correctly, Sia. I think I heard from that about that one. Sia has like some kind of playhouse thing. It's on the nose that she's a groomer, basically. Like,
oh god,
the quiet part loud, but yeah. Did we even talk about Helldivers? I don't think we talked about Helldivers.
We skipped right past it.
We were gonna segue into it, and then we forgot Helldivers.
Well, shit, yeah. So
this is a really good thumbnail. This is a really good thumbnail.
It is, yeah.
I forgot to export this other version as a PNG.
I love the little ravioli.
I hate him. I hate him so much.
Oh shit.
Sorry.
So
yeah, we didn't even talk about Helldivers. We skipped right past it.
Yeah, so a real quick rundown on that. Helldivers 2, it's a very successful game. It's turns out Sony's 7th biggest launch of all time. I think it sold like 12 million copies. Fucking insane.
Yeah, it did
numbers.
crazy well.
Yeah,
and
it's
deserved.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic game.
It's a good time. The best way I can describe it is it's you drop in on a planet and you're either fighting giant robots or giant bugs, and it's very oppressive and you die a lot. It's a fun time.
You do, yeah. You
Sounds
die
fun.
a lot.
Oh yeah.
It's a perfect game to play with friends or randos. Like, it really is.
Oh yeah.
Um,
But
it's crazy.
so it launched with no PlayStation Network login for PC players. I think it was optional at the time.
Optional.
It was optional at the time.
It was so when the game launched, it was mandatory,
Yep.
and then it became optional,
Okay.
and then then later down the line they made it mandatory again.
Yeah.
If I'm remembering correctly, that's I'm pretty sure that was a series of events.
Yeah, so they announced that after a certain update, it would first be removed from multiple different territories where it would PlayStation Network isn't available currently. I believe 170 some odd countries, 77.
So 170 countries worth of people who bought the game
Yep,
and
people
wanted to play it and
already
were
paid for
playing it.
Yep,
Yeah.
and
People who, at this point, can't refund it by normal means because they've already played like more than 2 hours on Steam.
Yep.
Yep.
Thankfully, they offered refunds on it.
Yeah, Steam.
Yeah.
Steam let people even with like thousands of fucking hours in this game have refunds because of this. Because yeah, it effectively means that you can't play a game that you paid money for. So if you
Exactly. It's like that's not fair to anyone, you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I don't understand why you'd want to fuck up a moneymaker, because this game has
No.
been incredibly
Because
successful.
more money.
Well,
Yeah,
it's-
I mean,
But the thing about it is,
yeah,
by letting Helldivers do its thing, they have the perfect live service game with baked in microtransactions that
Oh, yeah.
people don't care about because the game around them is so good.
people
You know?
Gabe,
they pay for it.
But Gabe, what
Is
if we
it right?
had even more money than we do now?
Exactly.
That's a
What
good
if we
point.
made more
no.
of it?
no, I mean, like I pointed out last time that every company wants to do the 10-year live service, and they finally had one naturally that just sprouted
yeah.
up out of nowhere, and it had an authentic community that was really supportive. And they've gone back to being pretty supportive because it turns out the dev team
Yeah.
is still really based. They've just been kind of
Yeah,
shuffled
whatever.
around through this for the most part, and they're doing the best they can, really, and everybody who's
Yeah.
reasonable recognizes that. People like
It's
Mark
pretty
Kern have gotten
clear.
involved also for some reason.
Yeah, I wish I still had that tweet where he basically claims responsibility for the whole thing. We did it,
Yeah,
guys.
we did it,
Yeah.
Which who the
boys.
fuck
Yeah,
is we?
It's pretty clear that Arrowhead are operating and Sony are just kind of like doing things and they don't even know until it happens. Like, that's what's become
Makes sense.
pretty clear.
Yeah.
It's kind of the opposite of what they did with Housemarque with Returnal, where they seem to work really, really closely with them. In this case, it seems like Sony, and it might just be because of the new leadership, because the new interim president, but it really does seem like the execs at Sony are just kind of like pushing them around and just taking advantage of them, which sucks.
Yeah.
I'm hoping with the new leadership that changes. It could be the same situation that Xbox is having. Maybe a change of leadership would be a great thing for them. Maybe
I
leadership
can't
would be
think
good.
of any like notably awful things that Herman Holst has done as the head of PlayStation Studios. Like, nothing comes to mind.
So far
Um,
so good.
I mean,
my assumption is they want to buy Arrowhead. Like, my assumption is that that's their end goal here, is to buy Arrowhead.
Yeah, it probably is. I feel like if I was Arrowhead, I'd still want to stay independent as possible, though, because this industry
Exactly. Yeah.
This industry is kind of a ever changing tide, you know, and
I was gonna
It all
say
depends
Nightmare
on how
Zone.
far Helldivers goes.
yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah.
that too. It's effectively like
I think
yeah.
I think
Yeah,
it all
they're
depends on how
finally-
far Helldivers goes. You know.
everybody, we talked about with Xbox, everybody wants to have a game. Every company, they won't release a new whatever game, Banjo 3, because Banjo 3 won't make billions of dollars. They can't make it like a live service. And that's not
Yeah.
necessarily always true, but that seems to be the going pattern with a lot of these companies of like this game. I mean, I think it was like Pat and Wooly who kind of came up with the terms of like, yeah, like this we don't want to just make some of the money. We want to make all of the money that we could ever possibly make.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's why you don't get nice things from like EA that have whatever franchise, but they could just, and like Castlevania, you could easily just have some company like Inti Creates pump out like 15 fucking Castlevania games that are all amazing.
Yeah.
But they just don't. They just don't
See,
for no reason.
The way the live service system I think should work is you have a big temple game that eventually feeds down into making smaller games. That's how it should work.
Yeah.
That's how.
And I mean, hell,
sometimes
that's
it
how
does
like
work,
League of Legends is doing it or whatever. That's basically
Yeah.
what they got with Helldivers. They
Yeah.
got their big game that could be a 10-year thing, that could be, something that really,
Oh, yeah.
lasts. But they've been trying to squander it and fuck with it, and
If they cultivate it,
hopefully-
it'll last. But I mean, like the most lasting live service games I can think of right now are stuff like Fortnite, Dead by Daylight, Sea of Thieves. That's been pretty successful. Destiny, shit like that.
The MMOs.
Yeah,
the MMOs,
yeah.
like
I was wondering if you would
Destiny,
include
F14.
MMO.
Yeah, I think MMOs would count for that because
it's so funny.
Guild
that,
Wars.
like,
Fortnite is probably
Guild Wars, fucking
It's
Conan. I think
still-
Conan's still going.
they still fucking release new sports
RuneScape.
games every year.
oh yeah,
And for like
Somehow.
15 years,
Yep.
I've been like, why don't they just make NFL game
the
and
service.
then just have a new one that you download each year
Right.
on that platform, like they did? It's
They-
like a live service is basically, but
Yeah.
they still haven't done that.
It would make sense. I
Yeah.
like they kind of do that with the
it
mobile.
would make tons of sense.
They kind of do that for mobile games. Actually, they do that where it's like every year, like certain things will
Yeah,
shift
they
in,
do,
shift
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I really thought EA would do that with because they had to rebrand from FIFA to FC because they kind of got rid of a FIFA license, but they still kept the teams. I don't know how that
Yeah.
works, but
Weird.
Well, and the other thing is like all these companies are planning out live service games. Like
Yeah.
one of the next Assassin's Creed games, I think it's the Witch one, is gonna be a live service one.
yeah, it's what it is they're doing like kind of how Call of Duty is doing now, where it's going to have a base launcher and the games be DLC within it, if that makes sense.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know if it's going to work well.
I mean, some of my favorite games ever made are essentially just like asset flips of other games within the franchise,
Oh,
like
yeah.
Yakuza or Yeast
Yeah.
8 or whatever.
I mean,
But then like you
Fallout
get these
Vegas.
where they but then you get these where they basically just admit that it's just like a fucking expansion pack that you're paying full price for, kind of thing. And
Yeah.
sometimes you're barely getting anything, like with that Call of Duty game from a couple months ago.
Yep.
The one that you defended and
On
said,
the
"No,
fin for
well,
zombies.
Which one was it?
Zombies isn't bad. Modern Warfare 3.
yeah.
I
That's-
completely forgot one of the stories. Oh my
And
god.
that's because that's how the new Call of Duty Black Ops 6, I think they're gonna tie. They might do 5 or they're calling it 6. Nobody really fully knows yet. It's weird. Cold
You're
War
gonna
should have
skip over 5.
Cold War should have been 5. And yeah, it's weird.
Okay.
They might be skipping over 5. I don't get it.
Very cool.
But it's gonna be the same thing as it was for Modern Warfare 3 and 2, where you buy the game and you basically are just buying DLC for the launcher. You download it and it's in the launcher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of sucks, and there's no real reason to buy a physical version of any new COD anymore.
Speaking of which,
No,
the physical for Hi-Fi Rush is like still not out yet, I don't think.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
because it's a limited runs
No,
game
because
thing.
it's limited run.
So you'll get it in
Yeah.
about a year if you pre-order it now. Maybe a year and a half if you're lucky.
You better get those fucking orders in, because you're not going to be able to buy it once the music license runs out.
Yeah, I actually should fucking... I should pre-order that shit, but...
But we had some other news besides just gaming stuff. We had
Yeah,
some
but
activity
well,
portal.
here's the thing. I completely forgot one of our stories about the Nintendo 64 recompiled thing. So tune in next time for
Yeah.
Nintendo 64 talk.
Oh,
Trademark.
yeah, we're gonna have to do that.
So
That could be
We had such a great previous version of this episode.
Yeah.
It was so immaculately done.
Sorry.
at least we have at least we have the 9/11 portal. So
True.
Yes.
this is a massive video call like portal from New York to Dublin of all places.
Yeah. Which
And,
of all places, yeah.
I don't know why you'd do that.
2 days later.
Oh.
Someone on a Dublin side posting a fucking I love this shit. This is He Will Not Divide Us ×2.
Someone else also did like just straight porn.
Oh yes.
Oh,
well,
I'm not pulling that one up.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. At one point there was someone, I don't remember on what side, someone was grinding on it. And then a lady plopped out the biggest set of fucking naturals I've seen in a while and just flashed the Dublin side. And
yeah, they had to shut down the New York one after she flashed it.
Yeah, they shut it down. I think they said for like a technical issue, but it's back up now.
Yep. Let me see. What I can find.
Let me find the other really good one. There's a really good one. People set up a a standee of Hosier on the New York side as like an offering to Dublin. I don't know why I said Dublin. Dublin. Where is it?
Okay.
What a fucking
Tristan,
choice.
do not pull that one up on screen, but there's a video of the nice lady flopping out. I said don't pull it up. I said don't.
Yeah. I clicked it and it went up on the other one instead.
But yeah, no. You can
very carefully.
You can see there. Honestly, respect to her. I'm gonna try to send this lady an email request for an interview, because why not? It'd be funny.
God damn. All right.
Yeah.
Sure. If you want, sure.
Why not, right?
It's up to you. It's your show, man.
It would be funny.
Here we are. I found it.
OnlyFans, okay.
Yes.
Well,
but
you know,
hey, she did it though. I mean,
hang on.
Closure cardboard cutout. I see.
It's some of like it's not in this comments.
This is what Ireland gets in response.
This is good to open, right, Gabe?
Yeah, it's just a standee of Hosier.
Okay. Just making sure after that last one.
Yeah.
Technically, I don't think you see anything. You know,
YouTube might.
Enough for me to. Okay, this is loud. Enough for me to be concerned.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
You said take me to church. Yep.
But yeah, they've had to keep shutting this thing down because chaos keeps being, wrecked on it.
Because 9/11, you know.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
have nice things.
that every time people, every time people do, have something like this, it devolves into chaos.
Yeah, and hey, honestly, I respect it.
It's almost like if you give people this freedom, they'll take advantage of it.
Yeah, this is why He Will Not Divide Us thing, man.
People are too shackled by our society. They want to break the conditioning. God damn it! Every chance we give them, they start acting out. If we just gave people full freedom all the time, then stuff like this wouldn't happen. We'd be so used to it,
Yeah.
We'd get bored of flashing 9/11 at New Yorkers.
I mean, look.
Although that doesn't sound like it would ever get boring.
Yeah, look. New York can take that L. All right. They've got good public transit.
Yeah, they've
got a lot of different stuff. They can take.
Also, they straight up got a nicer building out of the arrangement.
Yeah.
That's true.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, really. Win.
Bane.
Win.
Bane.
Win.
Listen,
Bang,
Hassan's
no.
trending. I'm not willing to get involved in that.
Look, mistakes into miracles, right?
I'm the Canadian, and I'm not saying it. Bane's American, and he's
Yeah,
saying it.
me too.
Speaking of Canadian, Gabe, I am so sorry. I forgot to add with Gabe to the thumbnails,
don't
and I'm
care, I don't
putting.
care.
I'm
I never mind.
I'm redoing it again because I want to do it, but like I'm putting them in the worst place.
Oh god. Put him in a negative space there. I feel that. I guess we should sort of wrap this up. I don't really got anything else.
Yeah, sadly, like there's I want to make fun of
There's a
Elon
bunch of
Musk a
other
little bit,
shit.
but also
But yeah, it's approaching
we're
8,
re-
and I gotta work.
we
tomorrow.
are.
We're approaching 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. It's been a long time since we've fucking been in on this.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
And a lot of the stuff we've discussed, we've already discussed.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's unfortunate.
So I'll save. I said this last time, but again, I'll save the Elon Musk next time for this idiot extravaganza. I almost said the funny little R word there. Ooh.
Stupidity.
Oh, you can't say retard. You're not allowed to say that one.
Yes.
Well, you know, I just don't want to be fast and loose with it. You know,
It's
I see.
Elon.
like
Musk.
if someone's being retarded, I'm going to call them retarded.
But it's
like,
Elon Musk. That seems
Yeah.
like a pretty
Using
good
it as an
target
adjective.
for it.
Yeah, he is the best target for it.
Yeah.
Hard R. But yeah, with that, folks, we
Elon with a hard R. That's gonna be the name of the next episode.
I still gotta figure out a title for this one.
Oh, don't worry. We'll brainstorm.
Hell yeah.
You got something.
All right, folks. With that, this has been episode 45. Penis.
Thank you
We
for
are-
watching,
We're
everybody.
shockingly close to 50.
Yes.
Yeah, we're
Shocking.
We're over
nearly
the-
there. We're almost to half 100. That's crazy.
That's actually
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of crazy. Yeah.
And then we're nearly
crazy.
to there. That's a 10th of 1,000 if you think about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna
This is like reading One Piece. This is the exact same like mental gymnastics you go through. You get to 100 chapters and you're like, that's 1/10 of 1,000, you know. And
Oh, yeah.
everyone's like, yeah, we know.
I'm 10 of the show.
if you slowly like if you start from episode 1 of this podcast, you might go crazy. I think.
Yeah.
Some of these episodes,
One reason, yeah.
yeah, some of these episodes vary in quality too.
Yeah. Some of them are rough.
Hey, most of the time I rather sleep. Most of the time I rather sleep. Sometimes
Yeah,
You-
I
you-
legitimately just want to redo the entire Scrolls episode. That was I was not there.
I can do another one.
The early hyperfixations are also a little rough too. I went back and listened to the first one, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Which one was the first one?
Assassin's Creed.
Yep.
Oh,
By the way, Assassin's Creed 4.
Assassin's
Yeah,
Creed
by the
4
way,
Shadows.
Ian Miles Chong. There you go.
Yeah. Grums.
Graham Linehan, second most divorced man in the world. Elon Musk.
Stephen Moffat. I don't know. I'm just naming people.
Stephen Moffat's a good one.
Sure.
We need to, yeah, for God, we're gonna talk a lot about Stephen Moffat when we talk about Doctor Who Part 2.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
there's gonna be a whole side segment about
Ooh.
Sherlock.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
No, there isn't. I refuse.
I have things to say about Sherlock.
I'm gonna
I do
rewatch the
too.
first season of Sherlock before we do that. Just a refresher.
Oh yeah,
Why
that would
would
probably
you-
be worth
Why
doing.
would you?
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
I mean, like,
Anyways.
you know,
Oh yeah. Also,
we'll
second
figure it out.
screenings. We're gonna start working on that soon because
It's been a while. We've been talking about it. It's finally gonna happen.
Yeah.
We're working on a logo.
we're gonna do kind of like the idea I think I had was like doing a season, like dropping all 8 episodes at once, and then like just doing that kind of format again.
Dropping all at once.
Well, yeah, like record them
Yeah.
all and then edit them and just drop them all like a season. I think it might work.
Might as well.
Oh yeah, no, I thought you meant like weekly.
Well, no, I was thinking about like recording them all at once. I'd still figure. I'm thinking of a format. I think
I
dropping
mean,
them
I
all
don't
at once
think we
might
would
work,
do.
but
If we did that, I don't think we would do one season per year.
Yeah,
I think it would be like one per every couple of months. You know.
yeah, because I want to
Exactly,
do
yeah.
something for Halloween too. Because
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, I already know what I'm gonna pick.
I kind of because I have a toss up between two different movies. One of them I've already shown, Phantasm. The other one is Halloween 3: Season of the Witch.
Are we still recording, by the way?
We're still
Yeah.
recording.
Okay.
No one ended. That's what I was trying to do before.
I was
but everyone
waving
kept
for
going.
a while,
yeah,
being like,
so-
goodbye, everyone, but we're still going.
We kind
so.
of shifted it, yeah.
All right. Well,
yeah,
with that,
let's end
that's
it.
the end of Loud Equals Funny episode 45. Let me
Yes.
find my fucking blower.
Take it easy, folks. Be safe. Have a good one.
Penis.
Penis.
Where's the blower?
If you give me just a sec. Penis.
Oh, wait. If you'll give me just a sec. Hang on.
A minor.
Penis.
Hell yeah. Take it easy, folks.
That was great. All right, I'm gonna do a really quick mock-up. It's gonna look like